Like this. Hit it.
The Roger Report live morning show, weekdays at 9 a.m.
Say y'all, I was on Roger's channel a few times and I couldn't take it. The heat. I got out the kitchen. It was hot. I was sweating. I had to get out.
He's Roger, and he's right.
Check this out.
And anger, and you have not heard me. Well, you had better hear me today. If you won't listen to me when I make an appeal for the Negroes because you have no concern for the Negroes, listen to me when I make an appeal for America. You claim you love America. Well, we love America. But you are driving us back and you are making a Samson out of us, and we are going to pull down the pillars. And then you think we have no right to ask for something? Is it too much to ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim your guns. What the hell do you think we care about dying if you're going to deny us the right to live?
Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of the Roger Report Live, the best show on social media. If you are new to the channel, go ahead, take a moment and hit that like button, because this is where you're going to find the best content on social media, and you don't have to worry about it because you're going to have me right here to make sure that happens. And if you've already been coming to the channel for a while, then go ahead, hit that like button, because you already know what time it is, and you know that this is where you're going to get the best content on social media. It's not a mystery to you at this point. You've seen other people do it. You've even seen some people do it well. But what you have not seen is anyone do it quite the way I do it. So make sure you hit that like button. And everyone, yes, everyone, take a moment out to share the content, y'all. There are so many people who need to get great content like this. And it's just a small thing you can do to help the world be a better place. And isn't that what we want at the end of the day? Don't we want the world to be a better place? Of course we do. So share the content out. Share it through your social media. Share it through word of mouth, or even text someone's phone. But do what you got to do to help spread the word. All right, folks, we are back with another very interesting episode. Yeah, I do a lot to get on air. I do a lot to get on air. They've been, well, you know what? I think, shout out to StreamYard. I think they have a good problem to have. I think they just got more customers than they are equipped to do based on the message that they were sending me. So, they said they're making adjustments, trying to get more things to support, all the different traffic that they're getting. They just said it was a real heavy traffic today. So they got a good problem to solve. Too many customers. Okay, that's a good problem to solve. So shout out to them. I ain't gonna even say nothing bad, because it's the first time it ever happened. Hopefully it never happened to me like this again, and it's gonna be all good. So shout out to them. But that was the major holdup, y'all. I could not get on air. I couldn't get on air. But first of all, let me say shout out to all the people who come through and watch on a regular basis. Y'all make up the fam around here. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thanks for being here. I know some that came, peeped in, left. Maybe they coming back, because it took so long to get on air. But shout out to each and every one of y'all. Shout out to all the people who leave comments after the stream, because that helps with the algorithm, helps draw new people. Appreciate everyone who does that. Appreciate everyone who does that. Shout out to the people who hype me up every chance they get, y'all. You got to say me at least once a week. Got to say me at least once a week. Real talk, y'all. Real talk, okay? But shout out to all the people who hype me up every chance they get, another way to help grow the channel. And shout out to everybody who hits that like button. I know it seems small, but it's a big deal. So make sure you hit the like button. And when you go back and rewatch stuff, make sure you do all those different things. And for y'all who haven't seen stuff, because you're newer and there's a lot of stuff you hadn't seen already, when you go back and watch that stuff, make sure you use those instruments to help push the channel to the next level. And I appreciate it big time. Appreciate it big time. Real talk. Y'all, now, and I'm going to say, even though it took a long time to get here, shout out, y'all know how it goes. There can only be one. So shout out to the Highlander of today's stream, my main man. It took a long time to acknowledge you, but Bronk, it's on you. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. And I'm gonna say shout out to the people who put a little something on the wood over here at the Roger Report Live. You know, we have the sponsor of the stream. Oh, you know what, man? I didn't even put his name in here. Shout out to Landon. Landon is the sponsor of the stream. My bad, Landon. I didn't even put it in here. I'm gonna do that right now. I got carried away. Shout out to Landon, sponsor of the stream. I appreciate the support, my brother. Appreciate the support. You are a valuable person to the channel, and that's real talk. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Landon is the sponsor of today's stream. Boom, just did that. We're gonna get that taken care of. Salute to my brother there. Salute to my brother. And let's get some shots to some of the first people to check in besides Bronk, who actually became Highlander of the stream. You know, shout out to you, brother. Now, this is something everybody should get a few times. You know, you got to get you some before the year's out. Shout out to my main man, Treadbility, coming right behind him. Hashtag long live habitual line steppers. Hashtag Negroes in the wilderness. Hashtag dignity over vagina. Hashtag Al Gore's babies. Hashtag hey Hydra. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Did you let Bronk get in? That's what I'm Treadbility, was you chilling? Was you waiting? Did you let Bronk get in, come in right behind him? No, maybe you was being graceful today. Maybe you was being graceful. That ain't taking away from Bronk. I'm just I'm just asking a question. Shout out to the Great Black Reset. Glad to see you in the building as well. We got Inspired Truth Broadcast in the house. Great to have you. Great to have you. The Righteous Teacher is in the building. Good to see you. Tunnel Runner is at the cool table this morning. Great to have you. Great to have you. Floyd Thompson is here. Yay, yay. Emerald Edge 72 is in the building. Great to have you, brother. Great to have you. All right, we got Prime V8 in the house. Good to see you. Boot Camp, what's good, my brother? Glad to have you. Afro Merchant is checked in. It's about to be a great show. We got Bucket in the house, you know, and we about to get started, y'all. Two different things going on. I wanted to acknowledge this young man, y'all. We got us a football star, y'all. We got us a football star. Now, it's a long way between high school and making it to the NFL. Okay, it's a long way between high school and NFL. And it's definitely a long way when you include 8th grade. But I'm going to say shout out to Cole Moody. Okay? So when he big time, we can say, y'all, we gave him props. Okay? We can say we gave him props. This young man doing phenomenal things, which was explained in the video. So I just definitely want to give him a shout out. You know, because sound like he gonna be a problem. Okay, that's what it's looking like right now. You know, and the fact that he's finna trade school and get some coaching right under his dad. Now, who don't want him to make it more than who wants him to make it more than his dad? Basically, only him. He about the only person that's gonna want him to make it more than his dad want him to make it. So, you know, hopefully he'll keep that thing going, and you know, hopefully he will not be injured in any kind of severe ways, and everything will turn out right. And you know, years down the road, we will see him debuting as a starting quarterback in the NFL. Okay, shout out to that young man. Now, y'all, I put 2 links in. Yeah, y'all see the title, "Women in Justice." Yeah. Interesting turn of events. That's what I'm gonna say, y'all. Some interesting turn of events. Okay. A young lady by the name of Courtney Clenny. Okay. She killed her boyfriend. All right. She killed her boyfriend. All right. You know, I've heard an argument of basically when they were before he died. You know, I listened to the argument right before he died. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. She's just a cold-blooded killer. You know, that's the way it sounded like. Now, her family wouldn't appreciate that comment, but that's what it sounds like. She sound, you know, honestly, she just sounds like an out of control woman. I'll say that. She sounds like an out of control woman. Not necessarily a cold-blooded killer for the average person. I hear cold-blooded killer because I understand how this stuff goes. You know, we live in a society where we just don't like disciplining women, and we do a lot to avoid disciplining women. And obviously, this woman grew up for a lot of years and probably has never really been disciplined before, because she could do what she want when she want to do it, how she want to do it, and it doesn't make a difference who's involved. Now, I'm gonna say it gets a little interesting because this young man, I'm gonna have to pull his name up to even try to pronounce his name. Okay. Well, I just called him Mr. O, to not butcher his name. I'm gonna call him Mr. O, so I don't butcher his name, and that's no disrespect to him or his family. But word on the street is, you know, and you can kind of tell by the name, this was not an FBA man. Now, like FBA men, obviously he was trained not to leave women, and he would not leave this woman. Okay, he would not leave this woman. This woman, based on things that reported, seemed to have a little bit of a pattern of abusing him. Now, he might have been hanging amongst FBA people for a good while, and maybe he picked up on certain traits. You know, it's hard to say exactly how it happened, but the man would not leave this woman. Okay, and hearing that final argument, if that's what it was, you know, because I heard people say this was part of the final argument that they had. You know, she sound crazy, y'all. She definitely sound like the type of woman you leave. I know most men ain't gonna leave, but I'm just saying she sound like the type of woman that you supposed to leave. Now, y'all, she ended up, well, she got to serve 5 years probation, y'all. There is 5-year probation after the prison time. But if you checked out the link, the prison time was only 6 years. She done did a deal. Now, I'm going to say that's one heck of a deal. You know, am I surprised about the deal? No, I can't say I'm surprised because, y'all, I told y'all before, I love America, y'all. I love America, but I know how problematic this country can be in all types of scenarios. So we got a dead brother. Dead brother gets you 6 years as long as you a white woman. Okay. And maybe not just any white woman. We can give America a little credit. Maybe just not any white woman. Maybe you have to be an in shape white woman. Maybe you got to be a younger white woman. Maybe you got to dye your hair blonde. You know, maybe she has a natural blonde. Maybe she dyed her hair blonde. I don't know. They say blondes have more fun. Okay, that's what they say. Blondes have more fun. So maybe you got to be a blonde white woman, but you got to be a white woman. Okay. Now, 6 years, 5 years of probation, 11 years total, and you got a dead body. Now, my thing is, people may say that's interesting. Some people may say that's not fair. some people may look at it a little cross-eyed, and then a lot of people gonna say, well, you know, it is what it is. She just got upset. She didn't mean to do it. Okay. It's a one-time thing. It ain't like she murdered somebody before. And I understand, because why would a lot of people in her family possibly, and just other white people, why not take that attitude on? Why not take that attitude on? 6 years, 5 years probation. Well, other people gonna look at it, even though he's not FBA. His name kind of suggests he wasn't FBA, to Mr. O. Yeah, I'm just not butchering his name. His name suggests he may not be FBA, because his name does sound like a name. When you start thinking African names, yeah, his name sounds like something you may assume would come from Africa. So in people's quick filtering system, well, I mean, he ain't one of these niggas. He ain't one of the niggas we really, really hate. But at the end of the day, he look like them niggas we hate. Shout out to y'all in the chat saying he's Nigerian. And maybe he is Nigerian to people who respect things like that. Okay? To the people who respect things like that, sure, he's Nigerian. But to the criminal justice system, he just like them other niggas. Now, maybe some of the people who believe that they can be better than the ones that are here, because there are people who are trained that you ain't these niggas, you some other niggas. Or you're not even really a nigga at all. I've always said, if there aren't any FBA people for them to kick around, they would immediately start trying to kick around people who look like FBA people. So different Africans, Nigerians included. I'm not saying that should be the case. I'm not saying I want that to be the case. I'm just saying, realistically, people have so much time to filter information that they're going to do what they want to do with it. And when you look at him, you filter the information, you might somewhat accept that he ain't one of these niggas, meaning FBA people, but he sure look like them niggas. See, that's how that filtering system will get you. He ain't one of these niggas, but he look like them niggas. So why care? It's that simple at the end of the day. Why care? 6 years with 5 years of probation. 11 years total. She out the criminal justice system. And not only was she, they say she was getting involved in OnlyFans and doing different forms of social media. She's trying to make it. They say Kim Kardashian is her idol, y'all. Kim Kardashian is her idol. Worshiping a little Kim, you only get 6 years. 5 years probation, and you good to go. And shout out to the creator. Yes, y'all. He say she out in 2 years. Yeah, y'all. Well, they are counting the time she's been locked up, because that's time served. When you get locked up and you don't get out, they count that with your sentence. So this happened 4 years ago, basically. She been locked up that time. 2 more to go, and she good. And if she goes right back to social media trying to make herself a star, now I'm gonna tell you real talk. I don't see nobody tripping. Okay. Well, I ain't saying nobody, like an actual nobody. What I'm saying is the general population ain't gonna care. Okay. If she has kept herself in shape, she's still gonna be looked at as a young woman to a lot of white men. She go on social media, she gonna get some play. Which white man finna be dissuaded by the fact that she quote unquote killed a nigga? Well, it wasn't a real nigga. Well, it was an African nigga. But those ain't the niggas. But they look like the niggas. Man, it's all right. She charging $5 a month to get it on. I'm paying it. That's how it's pretty much gonna work. Okay, that's how it's pretty much gonna work. They not finna be like, oh man, she killed the wrong nigga, so I'm not gonna support her. Ain't nobody doing that. Okay, ain't nobody gonna doing that. Now, is there a white man out there who will say in his heart, I can't support her because she killed somebody? It's possible, y'all. That's possible. I mean, it's guys out there with no legs, so it's possible a white man would care about what she done did to some random black guy and not, pay a monthly subscription on whatever it is that she gonna do. That's possible. Is it likely? I doubt that altogether. I seriously doubt that altogether. All right. Shout out to Bruce on Wayne. He said, where's the link, Roger? Didn't I put a link in there? Y'all, is he the only one that don't see a link? Is there a link? Because I thought a link was in there. Okay. Let me read what Black Hulu talking about. If I ain't got no link, brother, I'll get one in a minute. I'll get one in a minute if I ain't put no link in there. All right. Shout out to Black Hulu Strikes. He says, on the surface, this seems very familiar to that situation in Texas where that white female cop killed the Nigerian American man in his own apartment. That was Botham John. And they gave her 10 years. And she a cop. Okay, well, she was a cop at the time. Brother can't even eat ice cream, man. Not in his own place. Can't even eat ice cream. This dude was having a relationship with her. And that argument that I heard, she was tripping. The man was telling her to chill out. Calm down. It ain't that serious. Why is you doing it to this degree? See, when you got to argue like this, y'all, sometimes you got to walk away. I know that pussy good sometimes. I know it is, y'all. I know you all up in them cheeks having a great time. And it's hard. Okay, it's hard. But sometimes when you just can't get along with a woman, you got to walk away. You got to walk away, man. I hate to say it. It's not like I'm saying something I would want to do myself, but it just is what it is. Sometimes when you just having ridiculous arguments with the women, you got to just walk away. Because it sounded like she was arguing about nothing. Find my phone. First of all, why are you even talking to me like that? I'm your man. Okay? But that didn't click in his head. And I understand, y'all. We in a society where you can't really react the way you should react. Because at the end of the day, something should have happened to her. I'm going to say that. Something should have happened to her. But, even if you are not FBA, when the people get there, they're going to see a nigga. So you got to mitigate that to a certain degree. The way she was yelling at this man to find her phone, like this nigga worked for her. It was crazy. And I'm saying nigga because that's the attitude she had toward him at the time. Matter of fact, she even called him a nigga. All right? Now, I understand he not FBA. You understand he not FBA. But when it came down to it, she called him a nigga anyway. So I'm telling you how she saw him. Now, I don't know about you, but once you call me a nigga, we can break up. It ain't got to be that serious. We can break up. And I get it, y'all. Some of these foreigners are taught to clean the white people like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's their only ray of hope. I do get that. That's, based on the stuff that I know, a lot of these foreign black people are taught to cling to these white people. These white people are supposed to be good. If you hang around them, you're going to get a better outcome. They're going to treat you right. They're going to look out for you and all kinds of stuff. And they tell them, stay away from them FBAs, man. Them FBAs are savages. That's the type of stuff they say. Now, I don't know what he bought into. We just know where his circumstances led him to be. And he's still dead, y'all. He's still dead. It was 4 years ago, but he's still dead. Okay? He wanted to believe that, that everything was going to be all right. Now, if y'all would have heard the clip that I heard, that was plenty enough to just walk away. But sometimes, you're convinced about different things and you just don't do that. I'm not tripping. It's a lot of people who have not made the best choices in life sometimes. That happens. Okay? That does happen. It's a shame that he had to die to figure it out. I told y'all, my father said everybody gonna learn. There's different ways to learn, but everybody gonna learn. And for that final group who gonna learn, sometime they gonna learn when they die. And unfortunately, he had to fall into that final group who learns after he's dead. Shout out to him. I hate it had to go that way. But it's real life, y'all. It is what it is. All right? It's real life. Can't take it back. Can't redo it. Can't come back to life and just say we're going to start it a week from prior and I'm going to, change my steps. That just ain't how life go, unfortunately. So, my condolences to his family. There has to be some level of hurt to find out based on how they treated his son. To the criminal justice system, they treated him like a new nigga. Your son only worth 6 years. Okay. Now, if she break her probation, we'll make it 11. Now we know your son ain't FBA. He ain't them niggas, but he a new nigga. That's got to be rough on the family to have to deal with and accept. Okay. Yeah, you just a new nigga. Your son ain't that big a deal to us, and your son definitely ain't that big a deal when we compare him to the white woman. Okay, that young white woman is precious, and we gotta treat her that way. All right, Champ has come up, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the champ get in. Champ, go ahead, do your thing, my brother. Do your thing.
What's going on, Roger? Happy Tuesday morning and everything else. First, let me just say RIP and condolence to this brother who didn't get the kind of justice and everything else. And I just want to say this, though. Years ago on Twitter, this man was using derogatory language towards foundational Black Americans and everything else, calling us Akatas. We had no culture. Even some of his relatives were saying that. And then all of a sudden, he gets off by this blonde, blue-eyed white woman and everything else. And, the family were copying pleas, telling Benjamin Crump, reaching out to him, reaching out to Reverend Al Sharpton and everything else. And, unfortunately, he thought he was, he wasn't, he thought he would, he thought he wasn't a Black, he distances himself from Black America, which is fine. I don't care. If you want to do that, that's up to you and everything else. It's just is that, when you're in a situation like that, not a whole lot of Black people, Black Americans they're going to show sympathy, but they're not going to lend a helping hand for you and everything else after you made all comments about Black Americans. Okay. And another thing too, for all you brothers out there, just be careful when you're with a white woman. Just be careful because they got more privilege, whether they are poor as dirt or living a nice little life and everything else. When they get with the brother, they actually got more power than you and everything else. They can call 911 and have you arrested for domestic assault if you just pointed the finger or just tapped him and everything else. Just saying. So I'm gonna land my plane right there, Roger.
All right. Now I'm gonna say, if you bring up something about the little things that they say he said about FBAs. At the end of the day, did it matter? She didn't give him no breaks because he don't like FBAs. That nigga still dead. Okay? And he the new nigga, y'all. He ain't the old nigga. He the new nigga. Because she called him a nigga. And she called him a nigga a little bit before he died. So yeah, he said a couple things about FBAs, but to me, don't get caught up in that and miss bigger points, y'all. Because she didn't care that he don't like niggas. She looked at him as a new nigga. He still did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Now, hold on. I want to make sure I say this. I'm not saying that to mock him for being dead. I'm just trying to get people to realize how serious dead is. Okay. He's still dead. Okay. But that ain't even the big picture to the program I'm putting on, but I'm going to hold fast a little bit. Go ahead and finish what you was going to say because we got other guests coming in.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is that, he tried to separate himself from Black Americans and everything else. And unfortunately, look what happened and everything. Look what happened. And so it reminds me what happened to this one. It reminds me what happened to this one other brother last year. He was Black American. He was Foundation of Black Americans. He was calling Black women dogs and all that, blah, blah, blah. And he gets off by his white wife or white girlfriend and everything else, and she's walking scot-free. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to. So now you done knocked it out the park. I can't follow it, but we ain't gonna worry about it. We got other guys coming up, and I got other points to make, so y'all can really get the gist of the show. But I'm gonna let these three other guys now get in. Uncle Ruckus, you got it. Go ahead.
Happy sunrise, everybody.
Happy sunrise, brother.
You on some BS today, Roger? As always.
No, y'all don't even know what I'm on yet. I ain't even really get there.
On some BS. So y'all are putting this beautiful Snow Queen on blast like that? Is that what you're doing now?
That's exactly what we're doing, son.
Okay. Roger, I got one question for you. I got one question.
Go ahead.
Does she have pretty feet?
You know what? I never saw a shot of her feet.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, if she has pretty feet, she's innocent. Okay. And besides, in what world are we living right now, where a white woman cannot stab a Negro to death? Huh? What word is that? Since when did y'all swallow the pocket? Huh?
Well, I mean,
since when did this started? You think they can't do that anymore? Why? Why not? Huh? So not only they can't do that anymore, now because they can't do it, they are harming their own children now. Because back in the days when it was slavery and they had murderous thoughts, they would tell their husband, and their husband would pick 3 random Negroes and give her a knife and tell her to go ham. And she would have quelled her murderous thoughts, her murderous tendencies. But now they can't do that anymore. So are you really going to sacrifice some pintos over some of these nickels? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I mean, he wasn't a quote unquote real nigga. He was a new nigga, But America gonna protect that white woman, as best America can. It's just gonna protect that white woman, and it's just what it is on this snow. Just what it is.
Man, that's a sad word, Roger. I don't want to listen to that word anymore.
What you mean? She got 6 years. 6 years, bro. That's all she got.
6 years, that's enough years to damage her feet. She gonna be putting her feet in some in them dirty shoes in the prison and damage her feet.
Man, she only got about 2 to go. She got time, sir. She gonna be all right, bro. Trust me, she gonna be all right.
I pray her feet gonna be all right. Okay.
She done with more than half her time. Creator, get in there, brother.
So, what's happening, Roger? What's happening, panel?
What's up?
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. So, I really checked out this story a minute ago, man, and it was interesting, and it's kind of indicative. It's almost a model of what we say about the tether and how they come over here and literally just kind of pair themselves up with our community, right? They'll pair themselves up with our community, and then in the same time, they'll pair themselves up with one of the WPs, right? Because they're trying to get into that. Now, you look like us. You can move like us. You can see he can put his hair like us. He put the earring in. He gonna drive. You get what I'm saying? But where it get different, a lot of us on a regular not driving Ferraris. A lot of us on a regular not going to pull little white women and putting them out on the in her case, the carpet. You know what I'm saying? He got her on OnlyFans, so she ain't on no blade. She ain't on the strip. You know what I mean? He got her in hotels. She's on the carpet. That's what we say about that. So she living a cush life. And they doing them, these drugs and things, right? That's that other side. Because most of the time when brothers is doing what he doing, we don't get into what they into. We let them. You can't be a winner, which is strong all in her. All right, you stay clean away. Let her go do what she want to do. But he got tender. That's what happened. He got tender. He had something to prove, and she's hell. She's disrespectful. So it shouldn't have been no way as a tether or whatever. You shouldn't have been on her like that. But he chose his path. His family thought because they had a couple of dollars, and this is how they move. Since they got a little bit of money, they can look like us. But hey, we more valuable than them because we actually have some money that we can invest right now into whatever it is you want to do for no benefit. They just want access to access and opportunity to that world. And this is what happened every time you choose. They even pick the wrong ones. It's like you want access to the one, your choice in the woman that you choose be wrong. The choice in the businesses that you go after sometimes be wrong. And all of that is just because they running from coming over here dealing with us. I'll stick it right there for now.
Okay, interesting. The digital blade was the wrong business. All right, turn around. You got it, turn around. Go ahead.
Yes. I encourage brothers to explore the world and to go to many different places, expand their horizons. But I always tell brothers, protect yourself at all times. And the brothers need to understand a blonde, blue-eyed white woman's tears are the most powerful thing. They're like a nuclear bomb. So you have to protect yourself. You have to control the situation. And you can't. I seen these white men change up in 3 seconds when a white woman's tears are coming. So you got to be prepared for that situation. Understand what you're doing and do it well. I'll land right there.
I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Bronk is on you, my brother.
All right, what up, Roger? What up? Those in the family, be sure they don't do just with this verdict or not.
Bronk, just so you know,
another
you sound like trash right now. You sound like trash right now. Just so you know, are you in the right spot, wrong place? What's going on, brother?
Hold on.
You sound a little better right now.
All right, how is that?
Okay, now that's how it's supposed to be. Go ahead.
All right, perfect. All right, this is eerily reminiscent of a similar case. I think it's like Telvin Osborne and that Hannah Cobb girl who claimed that she was cleaning her gun and it went off and hit him in the head. He died. She faced no charges. This was another black guy who was with a snow bunny. So for me, man, I'm not surprised. I'm actually a bit surprised more that she even got 6 years. Right? In these type of cases, because of the situation and environment that we in, man, I'm surprised they get any time. Because usually they just let them off. They show up, find a dead nigga, white and a white girl. The white girl is most times gonna get let off. No charges. I'll say just be careful out here, gentlemen. Yeah, definitely explore, see what's out there. But the US is not the only place that has women, man. You can go get women of different other complexions all around the world. I'm gonna let my plane dirt for now.
All right. We got one more guest that showed up. The real Uncle Rux joined us. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him get in. Go ahead, brother.
First of all, I'd like to say morning to the chat, morning to the panel. Roger, how dare you let this nigga take my name up here? This nigga don't represent me. I don't even understand what's going on. I have no sympathy for this brother, man. I got no sympathy for him. But not for the reasons that most black men would not have sympathy. When you come to this country from someplace else and you don't recognize the seriousness of racism here.
Hold on, man. You gonna be good. You busting up.
Yeah, you're breaking it out, bro.
Yeah, now you trash. Bronx was trash, but he fixed it. Now you trash.
I don't know, Roger. Man. It might be the app, man. They might be fucking with us,
the trash.
Yeah.
This can't be everybody, because mine be goofy too when I'm on my phone. It's always something. Seriously.
All right. You sounded cool when you said mic check. And now we don't hear nothing.
Okay. Well, what I was saying was, when you come to this country, and you are of a darker complexion, and you come here and pretend that you're better than the black man that helped to found this country, you deserve what you get. You deserve what you get, because you somehow think that these white folk don't see you as a nigga. You somehow think that even though you come from a country that's got their own struggles and you've been staying there to help them fix their struggles, you're going to come here and be better than the people that helped found this country. You deserve what you get. Your family deserves the suffering that they suffer for your loss because they didn't teach you better.
Oh my goodness.
Your friends that miss your presence deserve the anguish that they get because they didn't stop you from behaving the way that you behave. They didn't stop you from speaking the way that you spoke. And all of that culminated into you thinking that you had your white privilege card. Well, nigga, you got your reward.
Ooh.
There's your nigga card.
Ooh.
I say that with all pleasure and all hostility. And if it offends you, I meant to offend you. I'll land my plane there.
Let me say this real quick. To all the people.
Wow.
Listen. For all the people who are going to laugh and say what you get for dealing with the pink toes, y'all would do the same. Your biggest issue in America.
I don't care about you dealing with the pink toes. It's just, hey man, keep your mouth shut about FBA. You come here and knock off as many white women as you want to. That's your business. But when you come here and pretend that you're better than us,
I have had enough. I have had enough of his rhetoric. I have had enough.
I apologize. I'm acting like.
I'm gonna say this, man. Let that man live, y'all. Let that man live. Now,
she didn't.
That's the saying, y'all.
Good one.
Hey. Everybody has the right to feel how they want to feel about different groups of people, and they have a right to express what they feel about different groups of people. him not liking FBAs is so beside the point of today's show. So I ain't even tripping. He dead. So it's over with already anyway, as far as I'm concerned. My thing is you learn the lesson you can, from dead folks. They're good places to learn lessons from. But he is dead. And he's still dead. It's been like 4 years, he's still dead. Because that's how
Roger,
death
he,
works. Okay?
Roger, he dead. He
But
dead wrong.
now, well, I mean, he was dead wrong for not walking away from somebody who was treating him the way he was being treated. Because that last call I heard, that was kind of rough. Because I just listened to it. What was that last night? I
The
just listened to it.
visuals.
He definitely could have left. So it
I
was.
didn't listen to that.
I'm not gonna laugh at somebody's demise like that, or I'm not gonna make fun of his death because that is just not the way I am. But at the end of the day, like I said, y'all, him and his feelings toward FBA's, it ain't really even about the point I'm gonna even make on the show. So it is what it is. He's dead and he's still dead. So he figuring it all out. Well, I'm pretty sure he knows it all now. Like my
I
daddy
think
say, some people gonna learn
no
after they
doubt.
die. I'm pretty sure he has a good understanding about life now that he no longer has it.
And
You know,
Roger, can I just say this? Low quality is low quality. It don't matter what color it comes into. You can get
uh,
there's
what,
Keisha's and there's Becky's, or whatever, that low quality, that are not the women that you want to be with. You know what I'm saying? That are not going to do these things. Not just, I mean, the talking the way she was talking to him and saying what she's saying to. If a black woman calls you a nigga and a white woman calls you a nigga, they both call you nigga.
uh,
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah.
gonna say shout out to Black Rule Strikes. He says I think she was arrested while vacation, like she had not done anything. The white supremacists were going to allow her to get away with the murder until social media made us think about it. Shout out to Black Rule Strikes for that, and that's pretty much how it seemed like it was gonna go. Because unless social media really got in there, yeah, I'm agreeing with that. I'm agreeing with that. And he
Yeah.
also said I am all for passporting and SYSBM, but I would exclude American white women from my options. The benefits of dealing with them are not worth the extra cost and risk.
There
Shout
you
out to him for
go.
that, and I think that's something to consider.
Yeah,
It's
he's
definitely
Si
right.
something to
se
consider.
puede, si
He's
se
right.
All
puede.
right,
Yes, we can.
all
Yes,
right.
we
So
can.
slow down before y'all get too excited, because y'all we really ain't even got to the crux of the show yet. And now we got Inspired Truth up here, so I'm gonna let him get his in before I continue, so y'all can kind of see where I'm even going. All right, go ahead, Inspired Truth. How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. I hope everybody's having a terrific Tuesday.
I am.
Yes, we are.
As per usual, peace to the chat, peace to the panel as well. Now, here's something that I think everybody should kind of pay attention to and notice in this case here. If you're not aware, the maximum charge for third degree, the highest degree of aggravated cruelty to animals in Florida is 5 years. This lady got 6 years. She essentially got 1 year above the maximum sentence for if she had went and brutally slaughtered a dog. There was blood everywhere in that case. He looked like he got dragged in that case. Like there was that was bad. That was particularly bad. And on top of that, there was a video of her basically attacking him in another instance. So there's a track record of that. And I think that a lot of things that come out after the fact, like, oh, what did he say online? Like every time we die, there's some sort of attack or assault on our character. It doesn't matter who it is. Like for Trayvon Martin, it was like, oh, well, maybe he was smoking that good green. For George Floyd, it was like, oh, maybe he has some sort of substance abuse issues. Like there's always going to be something after the fact that kind of comes up later on. But that doesn't mean that we ignore what we're seeing and turn our brains off and don't pay attention to the systems around us. Like at the end of the day, they still gave her about the same time that they would give for slaughtering a dog. Like that's a real thing that we gotta actually consider and not just kind of like gloss over. But that's where I am on this. And I also think that like the other side that's going on is that this is a good teachable moment about what can happen when you isolate yourself and get around these people, man. Like when you go and you isolate yourself and you deal with them like that, it could go real bad, real wrong, real fast. And a lot of the stuff that he was talking about was to the extent that, like, in some sort of a way, he kind of knew that this stuff was gonna ultimately lead in his demise based on what his writings were saying, and some things that might have been like in his electronic um records and whatnot. But I'm gonna leave it like that for now.
Okay, with your first half, you definitely picked up more on what I'm aiming for with the show. You definitely picked up on more of that, and I'm gonna say shout out to Serious Rock. You said facts inspired. Michael Vick got more than that. Yep, because Michael
Yeah.
Vick put dogs in quote unquote jeopardy.
So that's why I wanted to say this is a bad precedent, right? It's a bad precedent from a standard that we got a couple of women. We just talked about Balsam Jean. If we could say to FBA, or if you're not an FBA, I think to your point, Roger, you niggas, you going to jail. And if it's a white woman or somebody attached, or they have revenue or resources or whatnot, then they can get the minimal done. She already served 4 years, so if they probably wouldn't to use Black Urus, if they wasn't putting up a stink about it, she wouldn't have got nothing. She wouldn't have got zero. She would have went with whatever she said, and it would have just smoothed over. But because your family got a little bread and make a little bit of noise, you know what? All right, she can sit down for a little while, and now when they finally do sentencing, this is what it is. That's privilege.
It did take months for her to even be arrested. You're right.
All right. I'm gonna step in so I can get to what the show really was supposed to be going to. Y'all can get a better full understanding. I'm gonna say this, y'all. At the end of the day, she walked away. She didn't get arrested on site. Okay. They kind of made the conclusion they made, and with the conclusion they was making, as far as whoever was at the scene of the crime, they decided she didn't do nothing. She said, I killed him in self-defense. They looked at the scene and said, yeah, this looked like she killed him in self-defense.
He say, yeah.
That's what happened. It just
That
like
looked
months.
like
It
some
took months.
self-defense was going on in here.
His blood all over the place, and it looked like she killed him in self-defense. Okay. So they made their decision. I'm gonna say, because I said I agree with Black Guru. Social media kind of said something, and then people had to do their jobs because the light was on. Okay, at first the light wasn't on. Social media turned the light on, and now you see what's going on over there. So they had to go in and do something. His blood is all over the place, but it's self-defense. Okay, that's very interesting.
Wait a minute.
Now,
she was in Hawaii. She was in Hawaii when they caught her. She was on the beach in Hawaii. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say she shouldn't have had to be caught. She was there. She, you know what I'm saying?
She walked away, and a couple of months later, she's in Hawaii. After that, took the money, went to Hawaii, and was enjoying herself.
Hey, you know, it's probably stressful. It's probably stressful when you kill your boyfriend, and Hawaii is a great place
you got to
de-stress.
calm down and release.
Hey, but you know that's the mind frame. You playing, but that's literally the mind frame. Now that would be considered joking, but that's that mind frame. That's that ideology. That is the archetypal woman. She did nothing wrong. She felt completely exhausted, and hey, listen.
And if I'm not mistaken,
move on with life comfortably.
If I'm not mistaken, too, I think she went on social media on some podcast saying that she was she only dates black men and everything else. When you hear something like that,
she date African men. She ain't dating no black man.
Yeah, she said
the black man would have treated her way different. You hear me? Ain't none of that. Way different. The game would have been way different for her. That's why she chose that guy. And she probably put him up because he had money, made him look like he really doing something, right? Make him feel like he really doing something, but he ain't doing nothing. You a whole manager, right? Yeah. And you paying for it.
Well, I'm gonna say this. You know, I'm not gonna, because based on that phone call, he definitely sounded like he been hanging around some FBAs because she was treating him. Y'all, I'm talking about treating this dude. But I'm gonna say this, man. Ain't too many black men gonna let you get on the digital blade. So who knows how his worldview is. But to me, it ain't even that big a deal, because if y'all see the title, this is about women and
Not
justice.
without making 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so it doesn't really make a difference how he saw it. This is about women and justice. And to me, this is just me kind of updating because this thing happened, and I'm just kind of giving an update about it. The real story to me is this one the lead attorney put up. Okay. Now it says something about women and justice. Okay. Did y'all see the justice that was brought upon this woman? Because you had a brother who was there at this whatever created this scene, and based on what they said, the scene was really caused because the black woman was arguing kind of loudly and got folks' attention, and she just wasn't gonna be okay. She made the decision, I'm just not going to be okay.
Just gonna be
You know,
non-player in every way.
And just as the lead attorney pointed out, the man was doing everything he could to keep her out of trouble and to get things settled. And the very first thing she did was try to throw that dude under the bus.
Oh my God.
You know, now she didn't do it right to get him in any trouble, but that was the attempt. This nigga got me here for relations. Okay. Now she said it like it was illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Hey, he set him up so smooth. He was so clear about everything. He was good. He did his job properly and tell him nothing. Everything was cool.
I ain't even trying to talk to y'all. I ain't even trying to talk to y'all. I ain't call you. She just she needs to calm down. Y'all look. My name Bennett ain't in it. I don't know. I ain't see nobody. I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to calm stuff down.
Now, you know what, y'all?
But you get it. I do get it. They did handle her different than she was handled. It was still a difference in handling, and she got blood all over her.
Well, I'm a hold fast because the real Uncle Ruckus then came back up and he really didn't get his open statement in. So I'm gonna chill and let him go with this. Go ahead, bro.
Hold on. Before you say anything else, you eat something yet? You eat something to get something to drink yet? Reset. Because you came in hot, man. You came in hot.
No. Just don't piss me off. I'm still fuming from yesterday. But no, women don't get the same type of justice that men have. We inherently in this country we protect women even from themselves. We protect them from accountability, and both these videos show that the law enforcement will do any and everything to protect them.
I think we lost him.
As creator said, being player almost sent him to prison. It almost sent him to prison because she accused him of sexual assault, and they took that more seriously than her spitting on the cop. Man, you got to be careful with these women out here, man. I just don't see where the United States is holding women accountable, and they're running roughshod across this country, doing whatever they want to whomever they want, and it takes social pressure in order for to get any kind of justice when it comes to a woman of any color. You know, that's what I got from that. I'll let my play there.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Like, that's pretty much where we are. Like, our system doesn't really know how to hold women accountable for real. Like, we don't really have a great track record with that.
And you know something that the lead attorney pointed out about that incident, they didn't even charge her for spitting on the officers. They literally did not charge her. They did not charge her for spitting herpes venom on the officers, man.
What the thing is, you got to look at the context of the situation. Why did she get arrested? Think about it. Why did she end up getting arrested?
Social media.
No, she didn't get arrested because of social media. The police came. The police came due to a response. You know, but why did she really get arrested?
Because
everything she could do to get arrested. Shit.
The hotel called and made a complaint.
Exactly. She couldn't control herself She was upset. That was clear. And who was she with? A nigga. For the people who can't figure it out, she was with a nigga. So if she would have got her act together and she'd have calmed down, she'd have made it out of there without getting arrested.
That's
what I'm
what we
saying?
call player. Just say player.
The police even said it themselves. They said, we not trying to arrest you. She was like, yeah, if y'all gonna arrest me for breaking that plant, then just arrest me. And he was like, we not trying to arrest you, So
That's
all
crazy.
she had to do was relax.
He like, I mean, if you want to go, I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to go, I will take you because you asked me too many times.
But the thing is, like, lead attorney has a lot of videos just like that. Like, everything could have been cool if the lady would have just chilled. And it's like time after time again, it's like they just can't have chill. They just don't do chill because that holding yourself to some sort of a standard of civility, it just ain't real. It just
It's like a badge of honor of some sort. Right? They get handled by the police and go to jail, and now they have a story to tell that, I'm a rebel and I did it.
All right. Look, NWA made a term famous. F the police, right? It pretty much made that famous. What do women do, y'all?
They pretty much do it.
Yeah.
They're both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, literally.
They F the police.
Yep.
The police.
So things a little different with them. Things a little bit different with them, y'all. My bad if y'all hit his background stuff. Look like we got some emergency weather coming up, but it is what it is. I ain't worried about it though. I live in Chicago. Okay. Boy, I wish these things would shut off though.
Yeah, little wind ain't gonna hurt.
Man, I still can't get the warning about mine. I don't even know how to do it. It's just there. It's the first thing pop up all the time, man. I'll give it to one of the grandbabies.
Yeah. I do got a few different phones, so I'll be having different ones pop off. So
yeah.
But anyway, the thing is they do F the police, so the police ain't trying to arrest women. Okay. Now I'm gonna say the white woman gonna have a little bit more pull than the black woman, but even the black woman, they ain't got no beef with black women. I used to say a long time ago, black people shouldn't just be calling the police on black people unless you understand it really needs to happen. But it ain't really about black women. We don't really need to call the police on black men unless it's like something really necessary. Because they don't care about the women. They really don't care. They just showed it again in this particular situation. They don't care nothing about her at the end of the day. And you know what? I do want y'all to peep how the whole time she was just trying to throw that dude under the bus who ain't did nothing to her. This dude did nothing to her. He met her at the hotel, right? They were supposed to have sex. They never actually had the sex. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't even like lead attorney even going into okay, they possibly could have had. They didn't have sex. They already established that they didn't have sex.
They didn't do nothing.
The
and
reason
so even if that's implementing them into an activity. This is why he was speaking the way that he was speaking. He don't want to implement himself and say, hey, we deliberately came up here to deliberately do something, right? If you say that, and he said that, I know anything that I say, you get what I'm saying? So I ain't saying nothing. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. And then here come the hyena, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. I get it. I felt it. I did.
I'm saying this is where we as men, we give them way too much credit. This broad lied. I'm going to say it. She lied and said dude sexually assaulted her. Now, what does common sense say? He ain't hit it. That's why you at the hotel, because he ain't hit it yet. If he had already hit it, he'd have been way more cooler about leaving than he already was. You see what I'm saying? Or he'd have just dipped out. He didn't do nothing wrong. The cops got called. Who they get called about? They got called about her. They didn't get called about him. Why would you involve yourself if you already hit it? It's time for me to slide. Especially with the fact that she drove. You ain't even concerned with how she getting home. Her car outside. Now, for me, if the cops show up and it's because of you, if I already hit, I don't care whether you drove or not. I got to rotate because I can't let your nonsense get me in some charges. So you mess around and get left messing with me. So I'm glad you did drive. But knowing you drove, there is no way in the world I'm finna sit here and talk to police about your situation and I don't even know you. How likely is that? So my thing is we do give women way too much benefit of the doubt, and we act like the truth ain't the truth just because they standing there. I don't know what dude was on talking about they might have slept together. They clearly did not. And I ain't nothing the way to me. There's nowhere in the world he can't figure out what I can figure out. Because he was practicing, and I'm not saying this to diss him, but I'm just saying he practiced law for 20 years. How come I know and he don't? That don't even make sense. Now maybe he just said it because of how he want how he want people to view him, whatever the case is. But maybe he said it because this is what we do way too much as men in general. This is one of the things I want to point out. Stop giving women benefit of the doubt when all the facts say there's no reason to do so. Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of that goes on. Like, I mean, like on generally in the whole culture, like in the whole society, like we'll have like basically like this protection, sometimes like a patriarchal protection, but then like without any actual like obligations of civility that go along with, without any type of ability to kind of like constrain anything. So we have like kind of like this runaway like freedom concept that ends up going on with the women because we don't have like that informal system anymore. Like we used to have like an informal system that would kind of like tamper down the behavior. But now that that's kind of gone to the wayside, and now the only thing that we have standing in the gap is our criminal justice system. Our criminal justice system doesn't know how to handle that, and that's how we end up with like women getting way less time than what men get for the same crimes.
I think the criminal justice knows exactly what it's doing. And I would definitely not use the term standing in the gap. They definitely not standing in the gap. They standing to grab niggas up. That's what the criminal justice system is really for. It's to get niggas off the street. And I'm gonna say shout out to Mr. Me Too. He said, Roger, if he would have left, he would have a warrant for sexual assault on him. No, I think you missed the point of what I was saying, Mr. Me Too. The point that I was bringing out, the only reason he had not left because he had not had sex with her. He was still looking if there was going to be a chance for him to have sex. That's why he suggested, I'm going to take her to another hotel because this hotel has the problem. Now, he smartly said, I'm going to let her sleep it off. And then once she good, we can, what I'm saying, I'll make sure she's straight. That's a chance for her to consent to sex legally. See, when she came down acting drunk, we know she can't legally consent to sex at that particular point. Okay? But now if I can take her somewhere else and she can chill out for a bit, she can legally consent to sex. That's why he was there. Had he already had sex with her, why would he stay? It's that simple at the end of the day. All facts show he hadn't hit it yet. And my thing is none of us should change that ideal in our head. So let's start examining facts and not just what people feel, and especially not no woman who's trying to throw a dude under the bus. And I want y'all to see how easy it is for her to throw this dude under the bus. What did he do to her? Think about it. They talked to each other. They met online. They met up at the hotel together. What did he do to her to make her say, he sexually assaulted me? Nothing. That was just her trying to get out of her situation because the hotel called the police. And the sad part is it's about a potty plant. I would rather say he sexually assaulted me so y'all can deal with that than to investigate me destroying a potty plant that I could just simply pay for 9 times out of 10 and still go home without a police record. Y'all think about how sad that is.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's a cheap way to end up going out. To get locked up over that.
The cop admitted he want to arrest her. That was already admitted to. The hotel staff just trying to do what they got to do to keep their jobs. They got to say something. She done broke a plant. They got to say something. You know what I'm saying? The people who coming in tomorrow morning gonna want to know what happened last night. Why we got a broken plant? So they got to do something. Them cops wasn't trying to arrest this lady.
Yeah, and I do understand it. Like, we don't actually have like a real like criminal justice system for real. Like, what we actually have is like a selective punishment system. Like, that's what we actually have. That's what actually gets produced by the system. Selective punishment.
And the thing is, if number one, if you're gonna do something to a nigga, they don't care no way. Now y'all think about it. When the cops approached the man, they was trying to get dude to incriminate himself so he can get arrested. They told her flat out, we ain't here to arrest you. Who was they there to arrest? Because when the cops get called, y'all think they going on these calls to not arrest people? You see what I'm saying? We ain't even examining these situations the way they really need to be examined. The police got called. They went to the hotel to arrest somebody. Hey, nigga, wasn't you involved? Whoa, bro. Let me tell you this. It wasn't really me. You know what I'm saying? Well, start telling us your side of the story. We ain't gonna even read you no rights. It's just he was smart enough to understand anything he say can be used against him. Cops didn't even tell him. And they can do that when there's no quote unquote official arrest. See, that's the trick about the words. You can incriminate yourself before they arrest you, and then once they arrest you, they got to read you the rights. But you can incriminate yourself well beforehand, and that's what they wanted him to do, because they wanted to keep him talking. If y'all peep game in the video, they wanted to keep him talking. They kind of wanted her to shut up. Think about the attitude they had toward her versus the attitude they had toward him. They couldn't get him to say enough. She talking too much. But the nigga ain't spit at her. Now, what happened if he spit on them?
Oh, yeah, there'll be all kinds of assaulting an officer. You going down for charges.
Man, they would have threw the book at her.
And she got to spit twice. Did y'all catch that? How she got to spit twice?
Yeah, just once makes that like assaulting the officer.
How you let somebody spit at you twice?
Yeah.
I mean, just think about the idea. A person spit on you the first time. You gonna let them spit on you the second time? Ain't nothing happened?
Yeah, there's only one body part that I don't mind a female spitting on. Only one.
Well, these were straight men as far as we know. How does a straight man spit on you twice? But that girl, she got to spit on him, and there was no sexual involvement, and she got to spit on them twice. That also I'm trying to. They didn't even care about her for real. She basically forced their hand. All she had to do was relax. And why did they even want her to tell any story? Tell us how we can arrest this nigga. We don't want to arrest you. Tell me how I can arrest that nigga over there. Now I'm gonna say this, and I think it was smart of them. They didn't move on that sexual assault claim, but I mean, technically, she said she accused the cops of sexual assault as well, and all this is on camera at the time, and all this is once she realizes she has to go down. So now you're just saying stuff to get stuff off of you because you really going down at this particular point. You know, you said at first, if you're gonna arrest me for the plant, arrest me for the plant. Hey, we're not here to arrest you. Now she to calm down, you know, everything would have been fine. But the fact that she put herself in a situation where now she's about to get arrested, hey, what about this dude? He sexually assaulted me. I don't know if y'all peeped that, but as soon as she was really getting arrested, she was like, that dude sexually assaulted me. She wanted to change their positions immediately, so she would be okay, and he'll be in hot water.
You know what? This kind of reminds me of another Kristen. This kind of like reminds me of Kristen Coleman. Like this
What
is like
I'm
the
gonna say,
whole throw him out
hold
the bus
fast,
thing.
because I was just about to give it to. We got a new guest. Run off the run off the plantation is here. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. You might well get in there, Inspire, because it sounds like he don't want to say
Yeah.
nothing.
No, I mean, like I was just kind of like remembering that this kind of like reminds me a little bit of like Kristen Coleman, like basically when they were going, when Shikari was going down, both times, either time, like whether it was in the airport or whether it was like with the speeding ticket and all that stuff. Like in each case, it's like transferring the blame to the closest black man that is available to throw it onto,
See,
and
I
that
see
seems
y'all
to be
don't
like a
believe.
reoccurring theme.
See y'all don't believe, and y'all on the plantation, bro. See, I can clearly see that. See what I'm saying? Because y'all getting plantained with the that's not plantain, but y'all getting that real justice, bro. Because when the white man say, "Hey, boy, justice for D, not for ye," hey, but he meant that shit, bro. He meant that shit for goddamn all the way up and down the system from pillar to post, man. So, black folks finally starting to realize. Well, so some black people starting to realize, you getting that different kind of justice, bro. That justice ain't for you, bro. So, plantain justice, bro. So it is what it is.
Hey, good to hear from you, usual.
What's up, man? I mean, I just wanted to poke my head in. I've been kind of MIA, but I wanted to poke my head in real quick.
Well, we appreciate it. Welcome here.
Hey, don't welcome me yet, bro, because I'm about 10 minutes for saying something. Then y'all gonna be like, "Hey, man, you shouldn't have said that in the beginning." So I'm going ahead. So y'all can go ahead and hold that for right now. Hold that for right now.
Oh no, not to crash out. Don't crash out yet. Don't crash
All right,
out.
bro. I'll pay it. Give me 10 minutes though. So you gotta warm it up. It's like an old engine. You gotta warm it up first.
Well, this is
Look,
why I always say protect yourself at all times. Sometimes you
Yeah.
got to walk away from some of these women. Just leave them where they're at because they can cause you serious problems. And they're
Mm-hmm.
not going to protect you. Your woman's supposed to protect you. I tell my wife already knows, if situation comes down, you supposed to protect me every way you can because I'm your man. So remember that, and that's what the goal is. Never, I'm not, but if these women are not going to protect you, they're not going to look out for you. You gotta leave them alone, leave them where they're at, or walk away, run away sometimes. As you see, my man did in New York. What's his name? The guy with the white girl had to run. He
oh,
running away
Jonathan
from
Jonathan,
Majors.
Jonathan Majors, yeah.
yeah, Jonathan Major. You got to run. He had to run faster. He needed to get it.
Man, he was gone. He was a track star that day.
Ah. So,
Bro was gone for blocks. He didn't just do a little bit. He didn't just sprint. He was doing a marathon run.
Well, now I'm I had to take phone calls, going to make some changes due to weather concerns. Well, things don't happen anyway. But man, when it come down to it, man, the thing is, we got to see what the real game is. Okay. Now I understand Mr. O. I'm just calling him that because I'm not butchering his name. I understand he's made some disparaging comments at the end of the day, but I'm not looking at what he sees. I'm looking at what the criminal justice system sees. They see him, and it's just a new nigga. He ain't the niggas we really want, but he close enough. So why damage his white woman for too long over a nigga at the end of the day? 6 years is enough. Okay? That's enough. We gonna give her a 5-year probation to pretend like we trying to be quote unquote tough on crime. Even if she messed up probation in the beginning, got to serve the whole 5 years of probation in prison. You talking about 11 years total because a nigga died. Now, I want y'all to understand this was an offer. This is not something that had to be done. This is not quote unquote standard. This is just what they decided to offer this white woman because we got a dead nigga. We got to do something, social media owners, because we tried to let you go. Real talk. You see, we didn't even arrest you. We was at the scene. You was at the scene. We tried to let you go. We did what we could so we didn't have to arrest you. But now, social media talking, now we got to do something. People looking at what we really stand for and all that. So now we got to do something. So we're going to give you the lightest thing we can come up with so you will be okay. And you can get out there and chase your dream because you said Kim Kardashian inspires you. We want you to chase your dream. We want to cheer you on. We want you to be like her. So go ahead. And we're going to give you every opportunity to do it. Now,
Man, this is an extremely dangerous and entitled woman. Like, she didn't really even have to be like OF like that. Like, it wasn't like she's like some downtrodden type of chick or anything. Like, her dad was an investment banker. She came from some money. Like, this chick is scary, man.
what you want her to work?
Yeah.
Just because her dad an investment banker, she got to work now? Bro,
I,
she said Kim Kardashian is her inspiration. She ain't never seen Kim Kardashian work.
And
I'm
I ain't
sure
stopping until I'm right there with Kim.
Yep.
that.
Well, this is a lady who came from a very privileged background and everything else. During the trial, her family was out there supporting her, and she was blowing kisses to them and everything else. So,
So you want her to work?
yeah, so she knew she was going to get some type of form of sweetheart deal and everything, and so she got
So now you want her to work? Is that what you said? You want her to work?
hey, work outside in the hot sun here in central Missouri and everything else where it's 100 degrees.
I'm just saying it's a bad precedent because these numbers is saying that if you kill one of us, right, or one of them, anybody with that skin tone, I don't care where they from, but that skin tone, here's what it is. It's like rolling the dice, right? I know I'm facing about a 10 piece, and I could probably negotiate my way out in 2 to 3 years on a 10 piece for murdering one of us. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
and that's what I don't like.
it's like equivalent of like, oh, I went ahead and I put my dog down. Like she got about the same
Come
comfortable
on.
time as
He
that.
did put
Like,
her dog down to the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
We ain't got to like it, but we need to accept that it's the truth. This is just how the criminal justice system works. It's never going to be fair for black people because we don't have enough of the population.
It was created.
Until
It was created. It was created after slavery just for us to re-enslave us.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can do that black black thing later. But until we start having until we get married and start having children and increase our population, how can you expect for the other 87% of the country to make rules for the 13%? They're not going to do it.
Well, my thing is it's not even about the 13% because they don't care about 7%.
they made special rules. They made
get
special
that.
rules for 4% with Asians. I mean, you got an anti-Asian hate crime bill.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
I was just about to say the Asians. I was just about to say that, man.
Let's talk about that, right? Because they fund what it is that they want. Now, again, we talk about the $1.7 trillion that we spend and that we hold, that we proud to go give to everybody else. And that's why I'm saying we got to now start focusing on that to being deliberate about that 1.7 that we spend. And if we really want something, then that means we're going to have to lobby for it. We got to be deliberate about it. How we're going to put the money together or the funding together to lobby who we want so that what's going to happen. All that funding is like a Putin to win anyway, because you're going to lose it. They're not going to give you what you want. But what it says is we're participating. We got enough money to participate. Sooner or later, the old heads die off, and the new heads that our kids probably been going with can now come in and start doing a little bit of vying, because sooner or later they grew up to realize that they white folk too, and they got to keep this thing going for their children and their children alone.
And created one more thing. I'm gonna make one more point too. We need to start holding our own black elected officials accountable for some of this stuff, because they've really they've really hurt this generation. They really destroyed a lot of things that we fought for and everything else. So
Well, if they don't,
we got to start holding the leaders accountable.
If they don't capitulate, they lose their position. They are getting paid to do something. You see what I'm saying? So if they don't, go ahead, Roger. My bad.
No. Yeah, I mean, you make a good point because if they don't do what we say, they ain't supposed to be able to win. So
that's right.
That's on us putting them in office. But number two, you don't have 1.7. 1.7 trillion means the whole community. We ain't got the whole community. And until black men see that, you ain't gonna be able to make no change. Well, I ain't gonna say you're gonna be able to make no change. We'll be able to change, but it's not gonna be the way that we think it is. We got to accept that the women ain't with us for the most part. That's the first thing. We don't have control of 1.7. That means they cool with us. They're not. Just is what it is. They're just not. We got the ones that rock with us, but most of them just don't.
Yeah.
That's why you have all this stuff about people trying to date in their 30s. I don't know if y'all remember, but when I was a kid, people didn't date in their 30s. People was married.
They were married.
We got all this. We date in our 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, and we having problems. The date market. You ain't supposed to be in the market. You're supposed to be married already. But
I think another thing that we have to look at, I mean, I don't know what happened or how it went away. Like there was an understanding in previous eras that if dad goes down, the whole family goes down. Like now it's like this whole like liberation thing and this idea that you're supposed to throw yourself under the bus for like the woman. And like we still make more than she does. Like on average, we still like are the primary breadwinners for the most part. So it's like a cut off your nose to spite your face type of situation, and nobody's dealing with reality.
Well, I'm gonna say we're not gonna reality because I'm gonna say shout out to Bad Guy. Bad Guy says you black men need to carry life insurance. It will give society a massive impact and policy changes. That depends on who actually benefits from the insurance. And I'm gonna say, sadly, life insurance wouldn't do much for black people because most of us would just get the policy would go to a woman. When they pay it out, it will go to a woman for the most part. So it wouldn't do squat.
Roger, yes, it would though, because when you have if you go with the right life insurance companies, you actually organize it right. If you have, if they're responsible.
Hold on, bro.
It's not about the structure of insurance. It's about who receives the money. It's not about the structure of insurance.
Right. He's saying who's going to be the beneficiary.
No, that's not. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when these insurance companies are looking at their books and they are seeing who their claimants are, that's where it's going to show up. They're not going to want black men to die if a lot of black men have life insurance. These people have the pool. These people have the pool to go into Congress and get laws changed for their own benefit, and that's what they do. Insurance companies.
Now we talk.
They lie to congressmen like crazy. So that's the point I'm making. Is that
I understand what you're saying.
And
now I'm gonna ask y'all.
Who's not the problem? Who's paying it is the problem? They be the ones.
No, listen, bro. I got you, Roger.
For us to use personally. When it comes down to it, how much money does America give up per year because they won't do right by black men? What was that number again? Does anybody remember? Y'all don't remember what was the 50 billion a year they was giving up? Y'all don't remember that report?
I remember there was a report, but I don't remember what the number was.
I remember the report.
The money ain't that big a deal to them. That's all I'm trying to point out to you. The money ain't that big a deal.
That's not true. That's not true. I know we want to hate white folks to the nth degree. But what Bronx said is correct.
No, this ain't about hating white folks. What I'm saying is the financial thing they don't care about. The reason you carry insurance, the reason you would carry insurance and you need to make sure it goes to the right person is for our benefit, not to direct what they're going to do, because they'll give up the money.
You're skipping past the point. We're not talking about who's benefiting. The ultimate benefit would be that the insurance companies who run the entire country would say we have a bunch of black men that are insured. We need to ensure that they live long lives
Exactly.
because they are the
Yeah,
ones
That's
that
Yeah,
gonna be
actually
the
because
are dying.
primary push.
insurance companies do
I'm
not like paying out claims. They do
They
not
do
like
not want
giving
to
out
pay no
money.
claims, bro.
hold fast. I didn't skip past the point. They don't care is what I'm telling you. They don't. They
You're wrong.
they
You're
will
wrong,
give
Nah,
up
Roger.
money.
no,
They
you're wrong.
no
No,
hold on,
Appreciate
hold
No,
on.
you're
hold
wrong.
on. I
They
get where
will
y'all
give up.
listen.
They will
Y'all
give
not
up
hearing
money to
them.
keep. Hold on. They will give up money to keep us where we at. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Right.
but
it can be a personal benefit to us if we actually send the money to the right direction, so we can get certain things done. But I got to hold y'all because I got to get this brother in. We got Black Trump is in the building today. So Black Trump, you got the flow. Go ahead.
Salute to you, Roger. Thank you for having me wait like colored people. Black
Especially for
power.
these guys. Lord have mercy. I apologize for that,
Bad,
brother. I apologize for that.
It's okay, but Black Power and Shea Butter to you. Shout out to the chat. Hope everybody's doing well. And this is and first of all, condolences to Christopher's family. You know, a loss like this, it's tough, but at the end of the day, we live in America, and pretty women don't go to jail unless they're Latin. And the people who know AV Perez, y'all niggas need to call ICE on that hoe. By the way. And as I sit here and listen to these brothers talk, I know all these niggas ski down the slope. Because at the end of the day, year after year, brother Umar Johnson is right.
Oh Lord.
The niggas ski, something bad happens. The niggas are skiing, something bad happens, and we still don't learn. Matter of fact, even when you ain't skiing with the snow bunnies, right? You sitting on a piece of ice with the white niggas, you still end up missing. But here we are talking about different ways that we need to be protected just to sit up in Whitey's face. See, and I know all these niggas are Wonder Bread because nobody is addressing the proper question. For us, by us, improving our neighborhoods, making our quality of life better so we don't need to be sitting up in Whitey's face. Right? Yeah. Yeah, her head game might be sick, right? That skull and neck might be out of this world. But it cost him that brother's life. Why? Because this is a perfect example how black America loves white people. Niggas here are talking about life insurance instead of being loving yourself and empowering black folk. I'm ashamed of every one of you white bread motherfuckers.
Yeah, I
There you
hear
go,
you,
man.
and
There you go.
appreciate that commentary, sir. And this is this is a plan. You hear me? And yeah, I get it. I understand how things supposed to move and how these people out here. So all this put your fists up, ain't working. And we looking at this picture, they thought he was one of us. That's really where all this came down to. They thought he was one of us. That's why they treated her. That's why they let her do all what she did.
Hot sauce
He
came up
still was
here.
one of us, but he's a different. They found out that he was a different one of
Black
us.
Trump today.
Well, I'm gonna say to me, it's like they would acknowledge that he's not one of us, but it was just one of those things on a for real, for real. I don't even care. You
No,
know,
but see, yo, I'm sorry. Jack Johnson, Jonathan Majors, this nigga, Nolan. Come on, black people. Real talk. Come on.
one thing
That's
you
what you know. I'm that shit motherfucker right now. I'm preaching. Come on, brother. Be on my side. Let's get this. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, hot sauce brother have us singing Negro spirituals in here today. We about to be singing Negro Spirit.
Hey man, literally though, like bro, y'all, you literally going to sitting in their hands. You walking right into their trap.
Hold on.
It ain't even a trap no more.
Uncle Ruckus, hum with me, man. Walk with a nigga right quick. Walk with me.
He like somebody.
Are you ready? Hello?
I'm
here. I'm here.
I'm up. Yeah,
Who was humming? Who was humming though? Who was humming that? That was good. That was really good. Who was humming that?
That was creative. That's creative.
No, hum with me real quick. Just give me 2 minutes of humming.
Boy, that's still like a poo in the wind, man. You gotta get it when it's good.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
See, this is the black people can't even work together. Nigga can't even hum and work with a nigga.
I knew you was about to say that too. I'm
gonna have to get you a pre-recorded hum.
Well, I'm gonna do something for you.
Pre-recorded. Pause.
Okay, so everybody in the room, touch your brother by his side and say, "We gonna overcome." Jonathan Majors, Jack Johnson, Christopher Nolan. We have seen this happen again, brothers. Glory, what do we say?
Hold on, let him go. Turn your mic up.
At the end of the day, when the multi comes down here, he don't want you with no pork. He don't want you with no pork, brothers and sisters.
Praise God.
Get it together. Love one another. It's time for us to uprise. And we ain't gonna uprise with no pork on the plate. That's all I gotta say.
Preach! Well. Yes, Lord.
Drum!
Praise dance. Black people has been through Jim Crow. And today, because he's ashamed of what he's hearing today.
Well,
we got Granny running around the church, man.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, man. I mean, real talk. We do got to pay some attention to the fact that we, as a group, just ain't on the same page. Which is because women, it put like this: Black women are women first. Okay, this is what it is. The majority of them, they are women first. Women have a different relationship to the criminal justice system than men do. Okay, especially Black men. All right. We have a relationship with the criminal justice system that no one else in this country has. He got, only 6 years and she got 5 years of probation. Because at the end of the day, they didn't want to hurt her. She's a white woman. They really didn't factor him in. It's like, well, he a nigga. We don't really care. You know what I'm saying? He a foreign nigga. It just don't matter what they really gonna do. Who cares? But it wasn't that he was going through the criminal justice system. She was going through the criminal justice system. So they wanted to do what was right for her. When it comes to the second woman, acting a complete fool. What did they want to do? They wanted to do what was right for her. It wasn't about the dude she got caught with, and at the very last second, she throw a Hail Mary talking about he sexually assaulted me. They are police. They can investigate. If they haven't been up to the room yet, her making a claim that she got sexually assaulted is not something that they really need to go forward with because they never even had a chance. So that's reasonable to me that they didn't even press that issue because they only pressed that. Well, she only pressed that when she understood she going to jail.
Because I only saw like the Mexican woman on too, and the police.
That Mexican? You think she Mexican?
AV Perez.
Yeah, right? that was the little ratchet. You know what I'm saying? We call that little ratchet. That's what we call it.
I know one thing. See, because the thing about it is, man, if y'all want something exotic but gonna give you power, date a Mexican. Because at least when she act up, you can call ICE on her ass. right?
Well, hold fast. You're saying the woman that was in the last video was a Mexican woman.
No,
Is that what
the
you're saying?
legal, where they said like the legal analyst, whatever. Right, in the
No,
link, in the second link,
no,
it
that
was
girl was
like,
black. That girl was black.
no, that she's Mexican, man. It says AV Perez.
Oh no, she's like there's another word for that, but she's like mixed, and she's like part African, like Cape Verdean, half Cape Verdean.
Are you talking
Well,
about
it's not.
somebody that's in the video, or are you talking about a whole different person?
No, there's a woman in the video that's analyzing the case. In the second link, the first the newscasters are speaking. Then
Oh,
they
I
say
know
Oh,
who
that.
you're
okay.
talking
Yeah,
about.
you
I
talking
thought
about
you
the
were
lady.
talking about.
The lady who doing the analysis is that's just somebody doing the analysis. The story is about the white woman
Yes, yes.
who killed the nigga.
I'm just saying, right? If you want something that's not black, at least done somebody where you get power, like an AV Perez, because if she cut up, you call ICE on her, right? That's all I'm saying. You have a little power in you.
But
That's all I'm
you
saying.
saying mess with chicks that are from foreign places that don't got their papers. That's what you basically saying. Mess with chicks who don't got their papers.
I mean, Trump's America. It doesn't really matter these days. You call them, they arrested. So who cares? Maybe if she's legal or not, who cares? Just let her know. I'm calling ICE on that ass if you cut up.
I mean,
Yo, like la migra.
that's that's not gonna really play out that way because at the end of the day,
Or you can do what I do. I'll like ask her where her birth certificate is and steal that shit and call ICE. When they ask her for her paper, she ain't got it.
I mean,
Roger Report doesn't condone any illegal
that,
activity.
I mean, number one, it's only it ain't gonna go. So you can do something for the moment, but now she not gonna be deported at the end of the day.
In
So
Trump's America, Latins ain't getting
Yeah.
shit.
No,
Come
Trump
on.
done changed that,
nah,
Roger. Trump
she's
done
not
changed
gonna
that
get
in this August. Last August he changed that. So you can
somebody
call
who is
if she
so,
got her if all she got is her green card, she can get deported. You can say it's fraud.
no, but
Yeah,
he's
man.
not
Yeah,
talking about an actual foreigner. He talking about people that's here and hiding birth certificates. He ain't talking about actual foreigners.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
But
he talking about
He's
that's
playing
still gonna
games.
be
yeah, yeah. He playing
the
games.
point, gentlemen. The
Temporary.
point is she can get detained, right? And the point is,
You probably
like,
can get him detained though.
look. Well, listen. You date a white woman, she calls the cops on you, right? You get detained, you ain't do nothing, but still you get detained. Black woman, she calls the cops on you, you get detained. You can't retaliate. A Latin or a foreigner, you can call ICE. You got Johnny Law on your side now a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, we can. Yes,
I
we
guess it's
can.
saying
Si
play the
se
cards that you
puede.
have.
That ain't gonna last too long. And if she's still a citizen, she can still come back and do stuff to you after that's
Well,
over
I
with.
mean, there's a lot of men that got arrested and then later they got out in the same day. It didn't last long too, right? But the point is that they the point is that they can get the law called on them. That's the point.
I'm, I'm gonna say shout out to Afro Merchant who's in the chat saying these are not the thoughts and opinions of the Rod Report. You right, brother. You right. I am not saying play games with the legal system. That I definitely
We're afraid of power. See right here, we're afraid of
nah.
power.
I
The
don't think
federal
playing
legal
the
system.
games actually gets you power. If anything, I believe when it comes down to it, it may take power from you. My thing is you gonna get somebody, get them. Use actual power, not perceived power. Use some actual power. You know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say him, like other black men, and that's why I say it looked like he was around FBA too much. The way he was getting mistreated, and not walking away is scary. You know, and real talk, he died behind. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So he was dead wrong to be that weak and not just walk away. He should have walked away. He could have. You got a woman screaming, "You find my phone." Who was you talking to? That's number one. And that's a great time to leave you when you ain't got no phone. You know? Now, she could have picked up the phone and maybe called and made up a false report, which a lot of women will do after the fact. You know, that's just it is what it is. And my thing is, if you get caught up in a situation where one of y'all got to die, make it them instead of you. I'm gonna keep that real. You put me in that situation, even if I wouldn't leave. Once I understand one of us gonna die, I'm not the dude dying. She did. I'm gonna deal with the criminal part later.
They like, what did he do? They didn't check for no neck marks, no marks on her. She's just no blemishes, bloodied up. And hey, I had to defend myself. Ah, that's a nigga. Oh yeah, I believe you. And so I'm saying, where's the legislation? I think on our end is when we say, yeah, we don't have to be starch politicians and just involved, but we do have to create policy and be involved with creating a policy that's going to benefit what we want, right? We can't just sit back and have these conversations like this and not, do some type of create some type of influence for some type of change. Right. And even though that change might benefit this sucker that's in here too, right? But more so it needs to benefit us. There's no way you're gonna knife murder, deliberately murder, bloody murder somebody, and you get 2-3 years. One of us. Now let me rephrase that. One of us. Let me rephrase that. One of us, and you get 2-3 years. There has to be some pushback.
Well, I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna suggest. Everybody remember this case. All right. Now, if you ever in a situation, because see, I don't want people to misuse this either. But if you ever in a situation, especially with black men, evil, because they be trying to trump us up on charges. But I'll tell you what I would do. If you tried to get me for murder, I would actually use this as a suggestion about my sentence. Where there was a plea deal right here. Just give me the same plea deal I signed. Give me 6 years. 5 years of probation, okay? Because I only killed one person. Let me have that same deal.
Well, they allow her to plead manslaughter, so that's what reduced it, or it kind of gave them a little more leeway to work it out.
All I'm asking for is the same deal. That's all I'm asking for. You say I killed somebody. I ain't saying I killed somebody, but you say I killed somebody. If you want me to plead out, give me the same deal. 6 years, 5 years probation, and I'll go through the little because she got to go to what you call the place where they evaluate you psychologically. She got to do some of that. She got to do some of that. House. But I mean, I do all that. Give me 6 years, y'all can evaluate me, make sure I'm good to be back in society, and I do my 5 years probation. I only killed one person. I can work with that. See, my thing is ask for the same sentence that she got.
I feel that.
Do you expect the same sentence she got?
I mean, well, it's a plea deal. My thing is at least ask for it.
That's not what I'm asking you.
I see what he's saying. He's saying, hey, if you're gonna ask, I want 0 time. I'm gonna ask. I'm like, hey, look, well, what do you want? Well, I'm asking for 0 time. Don't let me out.
No, I understand what he's saying. Ask for what the white folks is getting. I'm asking you, do you expect to get what the white folks is getting?
Well, I'm gonna say this because my thing is whether you expect it or not, because most people ain't gonna expect it. But look what we talking about. We talking about a murder. I ain't trying to tell people go out and murder people in the first place. So you know what I'm saying. So let's keep that. Let's keep it in context.
I'm talking about any crime. It could be, I don't know, having a pound of weed. Something that's non-violent. I'm asking, are you suggesting that we as black men should expect the same sentencing?
No. What I'm saying is you ask for the same thing the white man got.
I agree. I agree. You should ask.
But at the end of the day, that's something we ain't really even doing right now. We're not even going to court saying, "Give me what the white man got." Here's a case of somebody who did the same thing. Give me what he got. We're not even trying that.
That's because most criminals don't have knowledge of the law. Man.
So what's our standard? Because white folks don't care. Whatever they say, they go. If your baby gotta go, it's going. Forget how we feel about it. Whatever they say, that's what's going to happen. So
I'm saying this because
we move the same way that everybody else is moving against us, not in a mean-spirited type of way, but in a progressive way. You're not gonna keep talking about me and treating me in a certain way that when I get around y'all, I feel some type of way. That just to me is crazy as men. So that what that does is it creates a less than around everybody else. We all in agreement that they less than, right? Yeah. Maybe not everybody, but kind of spiritually, I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Unless we fight for ourselves and for what we want and to create the lifestyle that we want for ourselves, right? And this is beyond our individual households. It means we're gonna have to step out our individual households and actually come together on some shit that's gonna benefit us later. That's what's gotta happen. That's what community is.
Well, my thing is, you're not fighting for nothing.
Then all right, it is what it is, and I'm done talking. I'll move to Belize or Panama. Colombia then got shaken up right now, so I'm gonna wait till they get things together. Somebody said Suriname, never heard of it, researched it. Oh my god, yeah, it's just too hard to keep fighting somewhere that don't want you. Well, it's like I'm fighting to be somewhere that don't want me here, and they got way more resources to fight back than I do. So let me just go somewhere where there's no fight. And I can use those resources instead of fighting. I can use those resources for building.
Now I'm gonna say it's hard to fight for anything unless you ask for it. And I'm gonna say shout out to Mr. Me Too. He said you don't live in the right neighborhood to get that offer, Roger. The thing is, if I was in that situation, I don't need you to make me the offer. I'm gonna ask for it. Because you know what I do have? According to the Constitution, I have equal protection under the law. So if you say I killed one person, I think 5 years. 5 years probation anyway, and then a 6-year sentence. That sound like it works for me. Okay. Now, the average quote unquote criminal ain't gonna have as many understandings about the law, and not gonna even know to ask for something. But I'm saying, well, all them people is attached to people. So even if my cousin did wrong, if my brother did wrong, I'm gonna be like, man, ask her what she got. At some point in time, we do gotta ask for something if we want it. Just is what it is. Now, whether you gonna get it or not is beside the point. If you didn't ask for it, you know it ain't coming. It is what it is. And my thing is, we got to get a clear understanding about who we are versus who they are. Because when it comes to women and justice, we ain't the same. Now, how we gonna make it the same?
We're not. You can't make it the same. That's the fallacy that black men live in, thinking life is gonna be fair. It ain't gonna never be fair.
It's not
and
fair.
Hold on, creator. Hold on, creator. God dang, I ain't been on here 10 seconds.
Well, I'm gonna say reset. That ain't the point. I done said plenty of times life ain't fair. But the thing is, you can ask for stuff so it can be better than what it was. You're never gonna get fair. I agree with that. You ain't gonna never get fair. But that don't mean you don't ask for stuff.
I get what you're saying. You want that
this is what I'm
hypocrisy
saying.
On the record.
This is black male entitlement, bro. What we're talking about right here, bro. We want everything to be better without doing anything.
That is not
what you gonna do. Man, that is what you're saying. That is what you're saying, because you're not putting forth.
That's what we saying now. I guess that's what you're saying now.
Hold on. Let me get my thought out. There's no here.
See, that's God.
Oh man.
See? He might not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, well, look like he out for real. Look like he out for real.
Look at God.
Well, see, I'm gonna say this. See, at the end of the day, fair is a little dicey, because I've said stuff before. Fair is me is when I made an examples of, if my daughter got molested, I just come home and kill the dude that molested her. That's fair. But fair is dicey because people not willing to deal with what comes with all that extra. See, when I go take dude out, everybody want to put me in prison like I did something wrong. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get the fair. You
Look,
ain't
look
gonna
me
never
at
get the
prison.
fair without blood. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality that people also got to face. You will never get the fair unless you're willing to kill about it.
Sacrifice.
You know, you ain't gonna kill nobody. Fair ain't gonna never come. You know, and I'm
Now,
not
Right.
promoting that people
if
go
you
out and they
They
kill
standard.
people.
That's
if you
their
want
standard.
Well,
if you want improvement as a minority group here, you got to look at other minority groups that have more fairness and figure out how they got it. They're putting more. They're more of a benefit. They're being more of a benefit to society, so they're getting unequal treatment according to their numbers. We're
So
not
spend
Whoa,
doing that.
wait.
so spending with
Hold on.
everybody is not a
Really?
benefit to society.
yeah,
When I get paid, I go pay everybody else with my whole check and then do this 365 days a year for years and then indoctrinate my kids to do the same thing. You telling me that's not a value? If I stop that, if ain't no hair getting done, no nails getting done, ain't no Kroger, no Walmart, no car payment, no insurance, no none of that, that don't matter to them.
well,
Of course it do.
well,
That's
well,
consumer power. We are consumers. It's the biggest power that we have that we not utilizing properly.
Okay, so
no, hold fast because y'all getting a little too far from the subject too, and I don't think you could even really square this in. But at the end of the day, he's arguing about false premise. People are not treated a certain way because of how they're doing in America. America ain't never liked us. When this country was established, they ain't like us. They don't treat other people a certain way because of what they're doing and treat us differently. They just ain't never liked us. And it just is what it is. It has nothing to do
so
with our behavior.
so what you gonna do? Cry about it? So
The thing is, like I just said, the first thing you got to do is ask for something. And if you want to get the fairness, which I'm not saying people shouldn't try to get to, but you're gonna have to realize you're gonna have to kill over fairness. That's what wars and stuff is about. You're never gonna get the fair unless you're willing to kill somebody. And I'm not
Yeah,
saying
finally.
hold on, I'm not saying that as I'm promoting violence. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is that is just a reality of dealing with people. You will never get too fair unless you're willing to take somebody's head off for it. It's that simple.
what
The
white
same way,
folks
hold on, the same way America became a country, because what was they willing to do? They was willing to
Kill
kill
for
over.
it.
in our existing society, what white folk love more than anything is money. And if you put enough money in front of their face, they will make change, man. It's
False.
White,
money.
The thing,
white,
We've been
what they
putting
like
money
is
in their
power.
pockets for centuries, man. What are
They
you
like power.
talking about?
What explain?
No, no, hold on. Let me give me a second. Let me give me a second, right? What are the if you listen to the average white dude complaint, right? What is the complaint? Where I don't have the power I used to, right? I used to be able to go down the street and the Negroes would bow to me. I used to be able to come up to a random country in Asia necessarily, and the women would bow to me and give me whatever I wanted, right? What they're missing is the power that they quote unquote used to have, not the money. Because at the end of the day, more people their whole religion is might makes right. Might makes right is not money, it is power. Can I enforce my ability upon you to do what I want you to do one way or another? Now money is a vector of power, but it's not necessarily power itself, man. What's it, the house of cards teaches you that all together, brother. So yeah, y'all got to know better, bro.
I don't know what he said. What were you saying?
I
Inspired truth.
know exactly what he was saying. He said it ain't the
Creator, hold on. Inspired truth. What were you saying, bro?
You want me to
I
repeat
was
it?
telling about how we've been a benefit to this country for centuries. We like the railroads. We often think about the Asians when it comes to that, but a lot of that stuff was us. Like you had not
I
just
agree.
the West, but you also had the East. You had the South. You had railroads that, and then on top of that, you had the financial systems that were put in place. Like
well,
a lot of that stuff from insurance came from insurance backs for slavery for slaves.
well,
Like
as far as I'm gonna cut you off because y'all getting a little too far gone without anything dealing with the subject matter. When it comes to how we're treating this country, black people literally made America the top country on the planet. You can't do more than that. You can't be more than number one. Okay, we made this country the top country on the planet. Now, what they did with that after they became the top country on the planet, that's on them. But we made them number one. Ain't nothing else to do. So it's a
Okay.
false premise.
Yeah, they owe us.
Exactly.
Okay,
What's my false premise?
that
Your false premise is that
we
you can
haven't
work your
done
way
enough
out of
in comparison to other minorities. We
That we
literally
the
haven't
made
reason
what?
America. The
we
reason
literally made this
America
country the
isn't
top
America
country
is
on the
because of
planet.
us.
It had it for a while.
The reason America
Now,
is
now
America
y'all
is
sitting there.
because
Now look who y'all arguing with. Look who y'all sitting up for arguing with.
No. It's not an argument. I just no. I deaded that argument. I just deaded that argument because we already put America as number one. You can't get more than number one. There is nothing else available. Okay? And America got to the number one country, and it's a young country. When you think about how long countries exist, this is a young country that got the number one really quick because of what black people did. Regardless of how we feel about it, regardless of how forced or whatever it was, they still got the number one. Ain't nowhere else to go. So we are not treated a certain way based on what we give to the country. That is just not true. America just don't like us, and it never will. 9 times out of 10. So my thing is getting back toward reality and the subject of the show. Even our women are a different breed. They're not seen as us, which is why you have different situations when it come down to justice. They're not seen the same way. They're not us. They know they're not us, and the criminal justice system know they're not us. We the only ones confused about us being the same. Or am I wrong?
Nah, I don't disagree.
The criminal justice system ain't never treated women like they treated us.
Nope.
You know? And racism has really been about getting them niggas in order. The only reason anything happens to women when it comes to being racist in any way is still just to mess us up. It ain't even about them.
They might as well give women qualified immunity at this point, man.
Well, I
Go
mean,
ahead and give it to them.
look what the woman did to have to go to jail. Look, do y'all?
Yeah,
Which one of
qualified
y'all can do
immunity.
what she did and get as far as she got and not end up being arrested? Look how much she did
Just give
to
them
get
qualified
arrested.
immunity. Give them
Now,
qualified immunity.
you
They handle the female suspect like they handle cops. They shoot a black man. They be asking, "Oh, you okay? You good? You know, you need to sit down. You all right?" They treat them the same way they treat officers who literally just gunned down
well,
back there.
my thing is this: what hotel can a black man go to and even get as loud as her without getting arrested for disorderly conduct?
Boy, in these little small towns in America, they waiting to come snatch something up.
So at the end of the day, she's just not viewed the way we're viewed. They were definitely gonna let her walk away. You know what I'm saying? But they did want some information on how to arrest this nigga. That's the whole reason why they wanted the story. Because if y'all think about it, when police officers are trying to just do their job and just rectify a situation, and y'all know the common thing that we know about as far as what police complain about is doing paperwork. So if you want to just get stuff settled, you get up there and you tell people to break it up and go their way, and you get the people away from each other. That's what you do when you just trying to make it go away. Okay? When you ain't trying to do all that paperwork, yeah, we got to call up here. We just want to take your name down, make a quick statement, and we want everybody to go separate ways so there's nothing for us to do. They was trying to get this woman to tell us how to arrest this nigga. We don't even want you. And they told her. But how can we arrest this nigga? She was talking stupid, so she didn't give no information. So it was just useless stuff. Until she started trying to physically harm them, they didn't do nothing to her. But she got as loud as she wanted to be. She was disorderly as she wanted to be. Point blank, period. You do that as a man, and who believes they could do any of that and come out without being arrested? Does any of us have that belief?
Nope.
You sitting in the hotel lobby being that loud, not cooperating with the police? No, it's a different game. So the thing is, I'm not trying to, go against what y'all saying. I'm just saying the reality is you don't have a people to do anything. You have men that's gonna do something, and you got a few women that'll rock with us while we do it. But there is no black community like black men and black women finna be on the same side. So we ain't gonna do nothing together. Not now. You got to create the togetherness first because we don't have it. And my thing is we shouldn't even act like we have. That's why I said we don't have no $1.7 trillion of spending money because a lot of that money being spent ain't by us. It's a whole different group of black people that spend it however they want to. They don't care about paying their bills like that. They don't care about money the way we care about money. They ain't trying to learn nothing to better their situations. They don't care. Just is what it is. And when it comes to the average black woman, if you pay attention to what she do and not just what she say, she want the white people to have the money. She don't want to buy your black product as long as she can get a white product that's the same thing
and brag about it. You
When
ain't got
have y'all seen any random black women be supportive toward any business a black man owns? When have y'all seen that?
Oh man, we beat to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Even let's go a little deeper. Why don't we just be competitive? Y'all got the money. Why not compete? To literally watch one eyelash company just rule in your face is crazy to me. I just don't know no black man in no community that would, if we in the industry, even as youth, you just not gonna let nobody take over and just come in your neighborhood and just do what they want to do. But somehow or another, we've let everybody infiltrate us, and this is why they act the way that we do, because we spend 1.7 with them annually, and now we've been enlightened, a large percentage of that what we spend literally is coming from one group of people. Because really, be truthfully, men really don't really spend that much.
What the thing is, creator, how we gonna get together on something when the women don't support what we do? That's why I'm asking y'all, when's the last time y'all seen black women, any section of black women, be supportive of any business that any black man owns? When the last time y'all saw that? Because I saw it.
I don't think it's about unifying with black women. I think it's about unifying with black men.
Well, I am saying you have to do it that way because you can't count the women because they're not really down for us. So you know what I'm saying? They doing what they want to do. The government is treating them different in every kind of shape, way, and form, including when it comes to justice.
Well, I mean, but black women have pretty much publicly said that they hate black men. I mean, it's known, it's understood, right? It's just known and understood.
It's not understood. That's what I'm saying. When we said we got 1.7, we don't really believe that because that's grouping us together again.
No, we don't have it, but that's being spent. And who spends the most money in relationships?
I just think they're saying that black people as a collective spend that. It's not saying that we can galvanize that money for our benefit. Nobody is saying that. We're just saying as a collective, that's how much money is being spent. But the average black man today do know that black women do not they hate them. Like we know. It's everywhere now. It's mainstream.
I think we know.
No, it's mainstream. But like the red pill and all these things, manosphere, things like that, the gender war, it's all mainstream. No, it's the vernacular everywhere.
I'm gonna say based on black men's behavior, they don't see that. Well, I understand what you're saying, but
no. Well, the reason, okay, just because it's understood, that doesn't change people's decision making, because black men decision making is always gonna follow ass, right? I mean, that's just who we are.
There you go.
That's just, I mean, that's good. No matter what you tell that nigga to his face, if that ass is fat, that ass is fat.
There you go. And there was evidence of that in your video. No, don't take her to jail. I ain't got the coochie yet. I'm trying to take her
Yeah.
to another hotel. Come on, man.
Now, I do know that that's a real thing, which is really one of the reasons I picked this video. That's a real thing, and that's why I say, at the end of the day, you got to stop being a woman-led man.
But but
But
but
that's where we at.
that's black men in general. He's sitting there looking at the chaos ensue. He know they don't call the police on them. He's still trying to cover up her misdeeds because he's trying to get some coochie.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He put
That's
himself at
desperate.
risk trying to get some coochie.
That's some serious desperation.
well, no. My thing is, let's not say it like it's just so foreign. No, this is the type. This is regular type stuff, and that's why I'm saying black men need to start peeping their regular behavior so they can make adjustments. Number one, the police wasn't called on me. I ain't volunteering squat. Okay, it just is what it is. Whether I got it or not, I ain't finna volunteer nothing. You're not giving you my ID because I'm not arrested. You ain't getting my ID. You ain't put my name on squat. Point blank, period. We don't move the way we need to move in a lot of different situations. We need to, these small movements that we make create a lot of problems for us. Because the fact that they had his ID, if they wanted to just mess with him, you know, and went after the sexual assault charges, they had enough to get him because they already had his ID.
Yep. And she
See,
already,
we got
she
go ahead.
low key was accusing him of date. You know what? She low key was accusing him of that date.
It wasn't even that low key.
Yeah, she very directly accused him of that.
Yeah, she high key accused him of
Yeah.
premeditated date. You know what?
Yeah, it was low key at first, but then she made it high key. You know what I'm saying? It was low key in the beginning. I'll give you that. It was low key in the beginning, but she made it high key. But what I'm saying is these small things that we do, we got to pay attention to because we have to understand we're not viewed the same when it comes to the system. I'm not giving my no cop no ID until I'm arrested. It's that simple at the end of the day. You don't need it unless I'm under arrest. And that's just what it is. You know? Now that might be too bold of a stand for some of y'all, but I'm telling y'all, you better do something. When they start asking for your information and all that, you know, they a lot of times they're gonna look up what's in your background and figure out a way to claim you a problem in this particular situation that you happen to be in right now. I'm not giving you that power. You arrest me first. You come up with your own reasoning of what's gonna make sense for me to be arrested. You come up with it on your own without my information. I'm not going to give a trained officer who got years of experience that he knows how to say the right thing to make this look good on his end. Why would I give to him that type of power?
Here's another thing. Like sometimes your employer will have a benefits package that'll allow you to have a legal representation. So you might want to kind of like keep that number on a card or something in your wallet or something like that so that you have that number readily available.
That's right. That's the Purtle law. The Purtle law is you have the right. If you're getting arrested, you got a right to contact your attorney.
Yeah. Well, and I'm just saying too that not giving them information, a lot of times you prohibit them from being able to make up the right story. And this is just something we're not trained to think about it. When I'm dealing with an officer, I'm dealing with all the years of experience he has on the job and all the years that other people have shared with him on that job. I might be dealing with 75 years of experience on how to get me arrested. And all I got to do is turn over my record to him so he can figure out the best thing to say based on whatever's in my background. Now, I'm not saying me personally. I'm just saying this is anybody who's sitting there. You got something in your background. You've ever been arrested for anything. Have you ever been convicted of a crime about anything? You ever did some time about anything? They know how to look at the situation that's in front of them and associate you the best way with it once you gave them your information. Why would you do that? It just don't make sense. If they gon' arrest you, let them come up with the reason all by themselves. That might be your best way of getting out of it.
Let them do their job.
It won't even make sense. I'm not gonna help you mess my life up. And I'm saying that's where I'm not jumping on dude case. I'm just saying he's old enough to know better. Maybe nobody ever told him better. Bro, you at a hotel to meet a random chick. You don't get no copy of your ID. You don't know what she attached to.
Mm.
Now, what if they got to dig into something and she got a half a pound of weed outside in the car? You know who weed that is according to the cops? That's your weed.
Yep.
And all she got to say is just yours.
Oh yeah,
Well,
guilt
he
by
told me to put it in
association
my
got a lot of
trunk.
people locked up.
Yeah.
You got to now prove that it ain't.
Yeah. And I understand it's supposed to go by who cars in. That's why you don't give people, seasoned veterans, room to come up with stories about you, especially on your background.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, all he could have said was like, "I do not know this lady. I don't know what they're talking about," and he could have just walked off.
Now I'm gonna say shout out to Shark Sands real quick. He said, "Listen to Rods will get you arrested." No, it won't. Because
Yes, it
listen to
will.
me, I wouldn't have been there.
He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right.
The police thing came. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
I know there wouldn't be
I
no
go
police
home.
going on right now unless
You
it's
know
some
what?
fake uniforms.
We need a black defiance class because we have so many of us that want to be defiant to authority figures. We need to learn how to do it properly.
Nah,
Mm-hmm.
this ain't got nothing to do with being defiant. This is
No, no,
called
no,
do
no,
not put
no.
yourself in a situation that you don't need to be in.
In the circumstance that he was in, he would have had to give them a
Yeah,
ID because there was a crime committed and they're investigating it, and he's part of the
yeah.
investigation.
So it is
And
what it is at that
he
point.
would have put himself in a worse situation by denying them ID. You gotta. That's why I say, like, if
I
you want to
don't
be
know because he
defiant,
wasn't the assailant. He
That's not
wasn't. I didn't do nothing
that's
wrong. That's
yeah,
her. Go holler at
that's
her.
that's
he's
not
part
true.
of the investigation
No, no,
because
no,
he was
no.
in
The,
You don't
company
the,
need
with
my ID to
the
do that.
thing
that
is,
person.
as a witness, I have a right to participate and I have a right not to participate until they establish that they need to arrest me or there's something that they can arrest me on. I don't have to participate with anything.
What
And that's
statute
the
that
law.
falls under? What statute that falls under?
I don't know the statute,
I know.
but you
It
can't
sounds like it.
arrest anybody without a probable cause. That I do know.
There was a crime committed that was reported by the
But it wasn't
hotel.
committed by you.
No.
They
Hold on.
implicated him as being.
We don't know that
Listen, you guys are listening
we
to
don't.
respond.
No.
You're
My thing
listening
is
to
we
respond,
got to
bro.
establish the truth. We don't know a crime was called in. We know the police got called to the hotel over disturbed. We don't even know what the call was to say a crime was committed.
He was forthcoming, and
The
so
cop
since he
said
was
that there was a
forthcoming,
disturbance and that
Roger,
there was destruction to
that was not
properties.
true. That was
Like, I
destruction
know
of
you want to
property.
win this argument, but you're gonna have to win it with facts.
But bro,
You ain't gonna win it with your feelings.
the hotel did call, so we know that the hotel did call for misdemeanor damage of property. So that is being called for a crime.
Did
By
they
the
state that in the video?
yes, and even the
Because I'm
Yes.
gonna go
attorney,
back
Yeah,
and
the
look.
cop asked about it. The cop asked the
even
they
girl
did.
about why
But
she broke the
yeah.
I'm
plant and
gonna go
stuff.
look at it right now.
Well, it's a crime
He asked
because
the
it's
hairdresser.
destruction of public. It's destruction of
hold on.
somebody's property. So
The
that's the
lead
crime
attorney
right there.
explained it. The lead attorney explained it, and when the cop came, he talked to the white woman, the hotel assistant or whatever first. She was like, "We called you. She was damaging our property. She broke the pot. She looks like this, and that." The police talked to the hotel people first, before the woman and before the man, because they were on the second floor. The woman was in the lobby cleaning up the mess that she made.
They the ones that said she was unruly. They said she was
Yeah,
loud, she was
yeah.
wild, she was uncontrollable.
But creator, you're trying to obfuscate now. The point is, if that guy would have gave him their ID and went into just being defiant, that probably would have got him arrested, bro. So
Yes.
when we give advice on not giving cops our ID, we need to give context. If there's a crime committed, if they're saying there's a crime committed that was reported, you got to give your ID because they're saying that you're in company with the person that done it.
No, because that's wrong. Because at the end of the day, until it's established that he's a party involved in the crime, he still ain't got to give no ID.
They
And
was
they
in
can
the
say that.
hotel
It's
room
different.
together.
They
The
literally
difference is he
said
was forthcoming.
to the
He came
guy,
up to
this ain't
them.
got nothing to do with you. They literally said that to him.
No, but he volunteered. So what now I give Joe advice, I do, but once he volunteered that he was a witness and he was a part of, he's kind of with the person, he didn't want to say much. He did everything right except the ID up front. But to GB's point, I really he just cooperating. If you ain't did nothing wrong, you get what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I gonna fight for? I ain't did nothing wrong. I'm trying to get up out of here, right? But I get what you saying, Roger, where hey, don't up until the very last second, you don't have to volunteer any information. So that would really
I do.
depend
I
on the
do agree
situation.
that we don't give our IDs under certain circumstances, especially when we don't have anything to do with what's going on. But when we do have something to do with what's going on, even if it's slight, bro, you don't want to put yourself in a worse situation. She was already being belligerent, and if she's being belligerent and spitting on people and talking crazy and acting crazy, and then you're with her in the hotel and you're acting like, oh, no, I ain't giving you my ID. Y'all both going to jail. Especially you, because you a nigga.
And he was trying to freak her. So just off of that right there, she come down. Yeah, we trying to, that's the ratchetness, man. We call them little ratchets, and that's how little ratchets act. Just like that.
Yeah.
They don't care, ain't got nothing to lose. They've been raised by other little ratchets. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole community of little ratchets. That's how they
I'm
act.
okay. I'm okay with being defiant to the police because they do more than they supposed to do. A lot of the time, but we need to know the law and we need to be smart about how to do that and not just go off
How
of
to
our feelings.
properly behave. It's
Yeah,
just crazy. We got to tell grown folk how to properly behave.
I'm
These are
saying teach our teenagers, hey, this is what the law says about how they stop you when they're frisking you, when they can stop and search, when they can't stop and search, when they can search your car, when they can't search your car, when you can deny them your IDs and stuff like that. We can't just flippantly say, oh, don't never get a police your ID. Now, most of us going to jail.
No, because the law is the law. Now, if the law says that if I didn't do anything wrong, and until you can articulate what I've done wrong in
Yeah,
law, then I don't have to identify myself because it could be a kidnapping. And that's just being real because essentially
yeah,
the police work for an agency. So they can't, and they're just regular ass people like me and you. So you just giving your information to a regular ass person like me and you. We just normally don't do that. So they have to have
right.
a reason for me to give you my information because it'd be the same as, well, give me your information, sucker.
I
It
Yeah,
works
agree with
both
you. I
ways.
agree with that 100%. I agree with
yeah.
that 100%.
My thing is, there's a difference between being defiant and not giving what you don't have to give. When it's
I agree with that.
required, it's required. But when is your information actually required? When you're getting arrested. I can tell you anything as a
Correct.
witness, and I don't have to give you my name or any contact information if I don't choose to. Now, if it gets to the point that they determine there's a reason to arrest me, yes, I now have to provide.
Man,
But we, we
reset
got
want to
one.
bring back stop and frisk laws, man.
Well,
Y'all ain't heard
hold
them.
on.
Y'all ain't heard them.
We got one more guest that came up, so let him get in. Uh, Stank, Stank Black Reset has the floor, y'all. Stank Black Reset has the floor.
There you
Okay, so
go. There you
y'all give
go.
niggas their proper respect because we got the real Uncle Ruckus up there, so call him what he is, and we got the Stank Black Reset
Oh,
up there, so call him what he is. Okay, Stank Black Reset. Sorry it took you so long to get in here. You had the floor, my brother. You had the floor.
Hey, what's up, Roger?
you some of a you some of a biscuit.
That ain't his name, sir. His name is Stank Black Reset. Put some
Jake Black
respect on
reset. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah. First of all, creator, the police are not regular people. They have the authority to get your identification. Why? Because you could be a goddamn murderer standing in front of them. You could be a person walking around with warrants. So if a situation does arrive, yes, you do have to present identification. If you're just walking out the store minding your business and a police officer asks you for ID, that's a whole different story. So I think you guys really need to put stuff in the context better because everybody's not as intelligent as us, and people do listen to us because they not as, you know what I mean, because they kind of look up to you guys, and they like what you guys are saying, and et cetera, et cetera. So we do have to take more responsibility and put in context the stuff that we're talking about. You understand? Homeboy was already in that situation. There was nothing he was going to be able to do other than give them his identification and keep it moving after that, and just stay as cool as possible. Point blank. Period. So that's all I wanted to say, because he would have been in more trouble by denying them his identification. They would have just been able to throw him in cuffs and take him down to the precinct, and then they going to take you down there and print you to get your to get your identification. So what would you rather, give him your ID and they be like, oh yeah, he clean, he don't got no priors, he's good, or have your ass taken in the back of the car in this damn summertime to get printed? You coming in tonight or nah?
So we just teaching you your level of your rights as a citizen,
I know you
right?
feel me.
As a livable person in this society, no one can just tell you to give up your pertinent information without having a reason or you volunteering. Now, the young man pulled up. We didn't say he did anything wrong. We're not saying don't be forthcoming and give up your information. We just saying it's not needed for you to give up your information as soon as you roll your window down.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no, yeah, that, I agree, but that's not. That's why I said put context into it,
yeah.
because
You're
y'all
right.
talking about
You're
a
probably, yeah,
situation.
you're right. You're right. There do need to be context because once we in those situations, all that shit's out the window. You are cooperating. Most people gonna cooperate and volunteer. I'm just trying to get out of here. Most of us ain't doing nothing wrong, so I ain't tripping. You can have my ID.
Let me give you a
Here's my
scenario,
info,
right?
everything you need.
When a nigga run up on you with a motherfucking gun in your face, you cooperating, right?
As I said, most people
But
cooperating,
you
brother.
cooperating with the nigga that got a gun. He don't even got to put it in your face. He just lift up the shirt and show you that he got the thing on him. You cooperating, right? But
Yeah,
y'all
he
don't
ain't
want to
under no
cooperate.
agency.
Y'all
So
don't
them
want to
rules are different.
cooperate. Y'all don't want to cooperate with police. Why? Because you think police are people that's authorized to have a gun, but you ain't got to listen to them.
Because
Now,
I know police,
I'm gonna
and I
say
don't know
that is
none that ain't
that.
like
Talk
us.
to him.
No. My
Talk
thing
to him.
is that is not even the argument being made. There is a time to cooperate, and the thing is, you supposed to be aware of what that time is. And y'all are jumping the gun because y'all know stuff that happened in the timeline before the timeline happens. When you talk to me as I'm walking out, you have no reason to get my information, or you're gonna present it. And if you can't present it, I don't have to give you squat. That has nothing to do with defiance. That means I don't have to involve myself in something I don't want to be involved in. If
Exactly.
you do your investigation and then come up with a reason why I need to be involved, that's a totally different thing. When that man was just walking out the door, he was minding his own business. It had nothing to do with him. Nobody said they called on him. So he was
I,
good.
Well,
Point
him
blank
I,
stand,
period. Now,
him
Ignorance,
standing,
hold
him
on,
standing
ignorance
next
of
to
the
that,
law.
him standing
Ignorance
next
of
to
the
the
law is
girl.
no excuse on both sides. So if the cop
Yes,
don't
that's
know the
real.
law, right, and he crosses some type of procedure, well, it goes both way. And just like as the citizen don't know the law and he breaking it. Well, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with the law. The law don't care. So either one of them, if they don't know
Yeah.
the law, there's no
yeah,
excuse.
But him
this,
standing next to the girl while she was acting belligerent already put him in the scenario with her.
this
He's
is
supposed
the
to keep it
thing.
moving.
You can be done dirty if you stick
I
around.
agree.
When he had a chance to leave, he should have just left. Now, I'm not
Yeah,
saying the cops can't investigate and then come up with a reason to stop you, because during the investigation, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to be said. And y'all see when she came out, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to get the nigga arrested immediately. Yo, I'm here to have sex. I'm only 21 and I'm drunk. Like he going to get arrested. She said that trying to give them some reason to get him. Those things are just all happen to be legal, so she just don't understand law like that. So my thing is this is not about defiance. It's about being aware of your actual surroundings, being aware of what's going on with you. And my thing is, sometimes you just got to cut a chick off because they're not going to be seen the same way. I understand when the cops got there, she ain't going to get the treatment I'm going to get. So what would I have done with her? I'd have left. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
care. Even
mean.
if she have a way to get home, we are done.
What she did was dangerous, though. That was almost a death sentence,
Yeah.
bro.
And
She
truth
trying to
be
get that
told,
dude sent to prison.
truth
Where
be
she trying to
told,
On the
go?
spot. That was a death sentence. Hey, y'all need to be on guard. On guard. Be
truth be
aware. You know what I mean? Alert, alert. You know what I'm saying? And he came in so player in the beginning that, and then she came in the way she came. It was like, even for those guys that probably don't deal with this, they can see night and day. Right. I'm trying to give her the feminine black woman, pass, but it's just too brutal. It's too evident. We see what
I
problems
wanted to add something real quick, just real quick, right? I think we kind of taking this information a little to the heart. I mean, like, at least on some of the cases, not all of them, but some of them, right? When it comes to the African guy, I thought he was either African or from the Caribbean. He ain't got no excuse because he come from an environment where they teach this information, bro. The average black man is not stupid, bro. He's miseducated. I'll repeat this again. The average black man is not stupid. Actually, he's probably one of the smartest motherfuckers on the planet. He's miseducated, bro. Who is he miseducated by? First off, by your mother and the people in your family. 9 times out of 10, going to a school that miseducates you on another level. So where we keep saying these men are dumb, nah, these men are just giving bad information. If I tell you, if I put you in the maze and I say you need to go right necessarily, but I know that the answer is to get out the maze is to go left. You're not stupid. You just got bad information. I'm gonna leave it there for a second.
And I'm gonna agree with that. A lot of men just have bad information, and I'm gonna say he had bad information. I'm gonna tell you how I know. I'm gonna tell you how I know he got bad information because he knew the police was calling. He was still there. Why did you know the police was called and you there when they showed up?
Yeah, he should have left. He should have left.
He ain't getting no bad information.
Boy, I love her, boy.
He didn't have no bad information. He was trying. He was trying to get that young cat, man.
He was trying to calm it
He
down.
said, I gotta have
him
it.
out of there.
He said, I gotta have it, man. Y'all need to go. He said, y'all need to go, man. Y'all shouldn't even be here, man.
At the end of the day, she was trying to set him up. That's why she kept screaming, "I'm 21." Like she was trying to say,
that's
like,
why I said that was
age.
dangerous.
Right? Because even though 21 is legal, she kept screaming it like, "Hey guys, I'm underage," even though she's not. But at the end of the day, when that flower pot was thrown, the cops were called. That's when you leave. That's when you leave.
Yeah, and my thing is that's 100% correct, and she was on that. And the thing is, I just want him to get arrested so I don't have to worry about nothing. Because his life is that small. Your life is small to women in general. If you live in America and you're a black man, this is a white woman throwing the man under the bus by literally killing and taking his life, and then you got a black woman who tried to take the other guy's life. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work out. Why? Because she got inconvenienced. When they decided that she's getting arrested, hey, wait a minute now. He sexually assaulted me. Why are you trying to take me to jail? You should be trying to take him to jail. It simply got inconvenient for her. She couldn't act right and got herself arrested. Now, I need y'all to stop focusing on this and focus on the fact that this nigga just took the pussy from her.
The part we're missing is that the white man called the law on her, and the white man said that she was guilty, and that's why that nigga got away. Because if she called the cops, he would be in handcuffs. But since the hotel, aka the white man, called and said that she was the problem, and then that white worker said that she was the problem, they took her away.
Well, I'm gonna give them a little credit now. I'm gonna give the cops some credit. The police was trying to find her. They was trying to say, tell us how to arrest this nigga. She just wasn't catching. They did try. She couldn't figure out what they was really saying because they was trying to arrest the nigga anyway.
Well, at the end of the day, some white person vouched for that nigga. That's why he ain't in handcuffs. That's the bottom
Now,
line.
I think it's just she just got too unruly, and see now the thing is she made it personal for the cops. Because you
Yeah.
accuse one cop of trying to touch you inappropriately, even though he got the camera running. But she said he tried to touch my coochie. You know what I'm saying? The
And she
thing
spit
is,
on that nigga.
she made it personal, and they just like, okay, we got to do something to you now.
Well, she
You
spit
know,
on him too, Roger. Remember that she spit on him also.
without,
that was
but she
before all
said
that. Yeah.
the coochie thing happened before she did the spitting.
No, that was after.
That was after. Oh my
Yeah,
bad.
that's why they was wrestling. They snatched her up.
She
They had
wasn't in
snatched her up
handcuffs. She
then.
wasn't in handcuffs until she spit on the nigga.
Yeah, she
And
spit
that's
on
when
it. Was all bets off at that point. And then they wrestling her, and she like, yeah, he trying to touch my. And then that did kind of stun them a little bit. All of them, they did kind of like, oh, whoa. But then they got back at it. You know what I mean? Immediately.
So you gonna spit on me, then claim I tried to touch your coochie?
Hey, bro, the nerve.
I got to do something to you.
The nerve of this one, boy.
So my thing is that's why the black guy was able to walk away. You know, but now the thing is, if it wouldn't have went the proper way, he still could have been called back because they already had his information.
I mean, a lot of luck was on his side. A lot of luck was on his side. Real talk. A lot of luck was on
Yeah, they was definitely gonna do him in if they had I'm gonna give them credit that they was gonna do him in if they had a legitimate reason to do him in. I'm gonna give those cops that much credit. They weren't gonna do him in unless they had a legitimate reason to do him in, you know. But that helps. This body cam stuff is gonna do a lot for us at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying I want to live in a society where everybody's getting recorded and all that type of stuff because invasions of privacy and all that. I'm just saying, as we move toward this 100% surveillance society, as we move in that direction, and at least in the beginning, it's gonna show how great black men are and how terrible other people are.
I don't know. If they had body cams when Rodney King got his ass whipped, he probably would have been justified. So you got to really be careful with them cameras because it's really showing how wild people are acting and why people are getting their asses beat by cops. Because if I was a cop, a lot of them videos, if I didn't have that thing on my chest, I would have whipped somebody behind.
No, I mean I get that.
80% of them videos would have been me going stank black reset on somebody.
Well, the body cam is relatively new. The body cam is relatively new now. So, I mean, that's something that we had to fight for just because this shit is just getting crazy.
Well, I'm saying because the body cam thing is getting around the entire country now, because I don't remember anything where it was mandated.
People got
it's everywhere, right?
cars,
Everybody got them.
No, I'm saying, but I don't think it was mandated. It's something that's there. It's kind of working, and people just saying, "Let me get it." I don't even remember them ever really mandating it for everybody to have, for all police officers to have body cams. But everybody's getting them now. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the major cities are more than likely going to get them first because they work with bigger budgets and all that type of stuff. So all that makes sense. But I'm saying, as the beginning of, because we in the beginning stage, the body cam is going to do a lot for black men, especially when they deal in a situation where black women are involved. Because no body cam, dude's arrested for sexual assault, and she may not have got arrested at all. She may have never got that fluster. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But these body cams going to do more for men more for black men than it's going to do against them. Criminal going to be a criminal. Now, if you doing criminal stuff, that's on you at the end of the day. That was your decision. But it's going to do more for black men than it's going to do for a lot of other people from Jump Street. I think it's going to even help change the stats and all that type of stuff because, you got a lot of people who claim the men beat on her. I mean, even with the woman on screen, she was just like, well, yeah, he attacked me and I had to defend myself.
And they let that shit slide like that. Just that protocol of that agency to let that slide like that. Somebody's like, hey, wait a minute. What happened? And y'all just let her go? Like, yeah, she was defending herself, boss.
Well, I mean, the thing is, social media made it a story. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say it's 100% true. Had he not made those tweets about hating niggas, nothing may have really happened. See, you got people who go through digging through all kinds of stuff, then they turn into, look what he's saying about black people. And because he said the stuff that he said about black people, now the story got more and more attention. More and more people start covering it and all that type of stuff. And then they turn into, a black thing and a white thing, and should people be dating this person and all that. And all that threw pressure out there. So now they had to go back and arrest her. Had he never said nothing about niggas, because that's what we was to him. Okay, according to what's been reported about the tweets he made, had he said nothing about them niggas, that lady probably would have got away with it.
Law
But he wasn't
enforcement.
talking about black people. He wasn't talking about black people like me and Great Black Reset and Coochie Flew Out. He was talking about niggas. So I don't, you know what I mean? He was talking about like Brock and shit like that. He wasn't like talking about the masses of it.
Well, I don't remember
Law enforcement reform needs to be on the ballot. If we're gonna fight for anything, that's definitely something that we're gonna have to kind of get a hold of. Law enforcement reform, even if that look like our young men, instead of shooting themselves, maybe putting on the blue, going blue, right, part of that blue line, to go ahead and start straightening up and being the security of the community, because it's obvious, that they have no problem shaking people up, and that's what we do. If we got somebody, we find the people that just don't mind putting hands on folk.
But
And
we should have
Shark,
we should have been did that. We should have literally been did that.
I agree, but we've been
Shark, you know who he was really talking about though?
stay away from the police or stay away
Creator.
from those agencies. We ain't been
Nah,
teaching.
he was really talking about them Knicks fans, man.
Yeah, them
He
niggas
saw how
was
y'all was
wild.
acting up
Them
after the
niggas was wild. Son.
And I
You
saw
right.
you out there too,
You
dude.
right.
I saw you out there too amongst them.
You right.
That's
He
what he was
was.
talking
He
about.
was. He was.
Well,
But that's like what Creator said is real. Like I've been telling people, y'all complaining about everything, but you're not getting into it.
Yeah, I can't
We
stand
we
that shit.
we got we got more niggas. We got more motherfuckers going to be basketball players than police officers.
That is
But
real
you
shit.
complaining about what's going on in your neighborhood, but you ain't
Right. And that's
like
like,
like you niggas could be going in the army, learning that all of
Man,
them
that's too
different
much,
tactics that
man. I
these.
gotta be disciplined, man. I got listen to what somebody tell me what to do. I can't do that, man.
And
yeah,
that's
them
the
well, no,
NBA
problem.
no.
dreams, them NBA dreams, them pro dreams, they just that. That's like hitting the lottery, man.
What
There's so
what
many
now?
other places we can go.
It's
But
easy, bro. It's
but
playing
but
studio. That's why I
but to
say it's
me
like playing
that's not even
studio.
a major. That's not even a major thing, because kids gonna dream. That's gonna happen. The
You should.
issue is you have too many people that would tell a kid, "Don't be the police." No, I need some niggas to pull up. You know what I'm
Right, yeah,
saying? That's
yeah.
how I'm looking at it. And I know people don't look at it that way. And I'm not saying I look at the police that way. But guess what? When I have a problem, I'm put like this. One of the best problems I ever had, guess who pulled up? A guy I knew from high school. He was a police officer handling the scene.
Yeah,
Great
see,
for me.
see,
Great for me.
see, I ain't trying to
That
have,
is the
I ain't trying to
message.
have,
That's the
I
message
ain't,
Great Black Reset tries to push to y'all all the time. We have a
that's the
culture
thing,
that is
bro.
defiant of anything that has
Authority.
regulations on it.
All right, so now,
I ain't trying to have Reset and Shark pull up on me as my police officers, man.
so
I'm
so
good on
look,
that
real
shit.
quick. Now, guess who's time? Guess who the police officers are now? They your guy that you looking at right here that passed away. It's they culture getting in them
Yeah,
suits
okay.
and them Haitians, right? But they look like us. They still got the hair braided and they look, but they kind of, you see what I'm saying? They look like, but they not
Well,
us.
well, my thing is, I'm not going to dissuade them from doing that if that's what they want to do. The issue is we need somebody in them suits. You know what I'm saying? Like I got friends and family that's in the police, so I ain't never had a problem with the
And me
police
as well.
like that. You know what I'm saying? So and I do accept. I don't know what they doing when I ain't around. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't expect that they doing black folks wrong though, because I know these
Come on.
people personally. You know what I'm saying? Especially my relatives. I don't expect them doing black people. Now the thing is, I've never been against that. Never gonna be against that. You got to be willing to control stuff if you want to make changes. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I've always pushed. Control what you can. That's it. If we focus on controlling what we can, we get in a much better situation. But you also got to accept that you don't have allies in other places, and there's reasons you don't have allies. The whole point of me pointing out women and justice is they not finna be with you. They, in their mindset, they got too much to lose. You know what I'm saying? The white man do me a favor. And even if I am caught, he don't want to arrest me. If he got to arrest me, he gonna give me a super light sentence. I'm good. So the thing is, you got to do stuff without women anyway. Now, I'm not saying no woman gonna help us. We gonna deal with very small percentages for now, but we just got to do what's good for us and stop worrying about what woman gonna be there and what woman's not gonna be there. Just do what's good for us, because justice ain't the same for them. You know, that's why I stopped saying, you know, you shouldn't call the police on black people and said that you shouldn't call the police on black men. And I'm gonna say shout out to Bronk, because Bronk actually sent me a cash app. I didn't even say, I don't know why. I thought I had this so the alarm would go off, but Bronk sent me something at the beginning of the show. He just said a little something on the books. Appreciate you, brother. Dropped $10.57. And shout out to you for the trailability tax. Appreciate that, brother. Real talk. Real talk. You know, so now I understand, you know, they said I'm just gonna call him Mr. O because I ain't gonna butcher his name. He said some stuff about black people, which I get, but he's dead already, so I'm not really that concerned about what he said. But I am looking at how they treated him because he got dark skin like we got dark skin. And that 11 years told me a whole lot. When you finally do the plea deal, 6 years with 5 years probation. Why? Because it's a white girl. That's the only reason I can even come up with. She ain't no special citizen. She didn't do anything, you know, to say that, you know, she's an extra special person or something like that. She's just a white girl chasing after Kim Kardashian's dream. This is not a person who was in Princeton. This was not a person studying to be a brain surgeon. This is just some random white chick who want to be a star on social media and other places. You know, this is crazy. Now I understand giving people a break because of their background. Well, this person got straight A's in school. And I get that. She wasn't none of that. This was just a literal random white woman that wasn't doing squat for real. And then you got a black woman who, not that I'm not saying I want to see black women arrested more, but it took a whole lot for her to get arrested. That's all I'm saying.
See, that's the problem. They need to be arrested more. We gotta stop cookie coating and being scared to say and not saying you scared, but not wanting to say what needs to be said. They're savages. They're running around doing whatever they want to do. More people that's doing that stuff need to be arrested. If it's a black woman, if it's a Caucasian, it don't matter.
Well,
she's literally spitting on people.
I'm saying it's not that I want black women arrested, but it needs to happen. That's what I was going to say. It's not that I want it, but it needs to happen because at the end of the day, when you live a life where you don't concern yourself with consequences, you become worse and worse and worse. And that's just what it is. And black women, for the most part, because the government don't really care about them like that, they have been allowed to get away with all kinds of stuff, and they just don't expect to have to deal with a consequence. They don't expect consequences from black men, and they do not expect consequences from the police. They do not expect consequences from any other form of government either. It ain't even in their mindset that something's gonna happen to them. And that needs to change for real. So I agree with you, Sharp. They have no thought about slapping you, hitting you, beating you, and you know, I should have put that thing about, you know, the thing I heard about that was supposed to be that last conversation when he died. Y'all should have heard how this white woman, another person who really don't have to worry about law enforcement or anything like that. I mean, the way she was talking, you know, you could tell it's like she ain't never been punished in her life before. That's what she sounded like. Mm-hmm. She ain't never been punished in any kind of, she ain't never got a spanking, a whooping. She ain't never been put on punishment. She ain't never had a timeout. She was talking like she ain't never had to regard
and
anybody.
it's not her first time killing. that is not her first time.
You know what? I ain't gonna say that that's factual, but she definitely sounded like. Well, you saying she sounded like it wasn't her first time killing?
I'm just the way she moving, just the way she moved. This was not her first time. It's like this is. So, I don't know. I'm just getting this energy. It could have been an animal. It could have been something. But she's been moving in a way.
Well, I can agree. She definitely moving away like it ain't gonna be her last time.
Well, yeah, I ain't got no choice now. You know what I'm saying? She get to get out and do it again here in a couple of years.
Definitely killed his spirit.
Well, you know what she gonna do because they done gave her the ideal already. Well, no, I watched so many videos on this. I don't know if it wasn't in what I showed y'all today, but there was an issue where the people, I think it was his family, asked can they restrict her so when she gets out she can't basically make money off this on social media and whatnot. And of course,
sucky ass compromise. I swear.
They quickly told the family, we can't affect her First Amendment right. So my thing is, you literally just gave her a idea. I ain't saying she can't have it on her own, but you just literally gave her the idea to talk about how she killed your son, killed your brother, your cousin, and she gonna monetize it.
Yep. And get paid for it in your face. And this is you sitting up. This was what I mean, because they not with us. That you didn't have that backing that you really need, right? That really probably would have been different. But since y'all want to stand alone on your island with all your money, because all your money don't mean nothing to them, especially jurisdiction. I always keep speaking about where things happen, when they happen. And most of America is America. You know what I'm saying? For real deal America, where we primarily are not. When they having festivals and visiting the bars and pubs and just churches and whatever they doing in their area, we are not. And so whatever happens in that jurisdiction, they're going to support them. They're going to make sure that this is a common practice with them. It ain't that they doing anything wrong. We're just doing what we normally do for our people. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know we were doing something wrong.
But Roger, if they play chess,
came in and again shed light on this situation, but then to okay, all right, we called her and dial it down. Since all right, we'll give you 6 years. You done already did 4. Sit down for another 2 is to me disgraceful, especially in the way all this happened. This is what you're saying for a cold-blooded. Forget it was her. Let's just say it was anybody. This is how you set the precedent for people that pull these type of activities, and then we are the victim of those activities.
Mm-hmm. It's encouraged.
Well, all you got to do is just let her get out, make money on the situation, and open up a civil suit.
And early in the morning and waking up, or he can call it necessarily at midday and warn you of something going down. But at the end of the day, a chicken is still a goddamn chicken. Y'all just don't understand. In the United States of America, y'all are chickens.
Now I'm gonna say shout out to Hitflix. He said it wasn't his family's part of the negotiations of the settlement. No, they weren't. Not to my knowledge. And the thing is, why would they be? Okay, this is the United States government doing what they can to protect some white woman. Why would you invite their family in to be a part of the negotiation?
Like, now ain't even supposed to be here, no way.
Like these are lawyers getting together to figure out what they want to do now that we got to do something to this woman. So no, they're not going to talk to the family about this. Who cares what they think? At the end of the day, it's a nigga. Okay? I'm saying the view of the average white person. A nigga got killed. Okay, so you find out it wasn't the FBA. Well, I mean, he's still a nigga though.
He is nigga real. He's from nigga real. So he's a nigga.
Yeah, they not gonna bend their rules because the nigga she killed wasn't actually FBA. We gotta give this person real justice. They ain't finna do all that for no white woman. So, we gotta be real with ourselves, man. Okay, it wasn't the FBA, but I mean, is we really finna do something for some African nigga? Because that's all that's gonna be. Now, the chat said he was Nigerian. I believe he was Nigerian because I remember when I first did this story, we had what his actual background was. So I'm sure it was Nigerian. But
Nigerian.
Yeah, so they ain't finna do nothing extra. They don't care. at the end of the day, he was still dating a white woman anyway. We don't even want white women with black men. So we finna go the extra mile for the dude that was having sex with the white woman when we don't want black men having sex with white women in the first place. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. So it just is what it is. But we only got 5 minutes to go. And because the system took forever to let me get this show started, we're gonna have to wrap this up in the next couple minutes. So let's do this. I'm gonna give some final statements. Creator, you got it, and we're gonna move along the line.
Stay in your lane. That's the best. I bet that's the best advice I can give right now. I already know what. And just let me say this: men gonna do what men do. I think when I first came on here, man, somebody said stay sucker free, and that's just being real. Know who you are, what you are, and how you gonna move, man. But they lumping us up with them. They I don't know. So you stay sucker free, do you? Then that's gonna be the split line. I wanted to give some statistics, but we'll give them off stage. Stay sucker free, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Run off the platform. Any final statement you want to make? Run off the platform. You're on mute.
It's run off the plantation. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Platform.
My bad. Run off the plantation. Your final statements. No disrespect.
All I'm gonna simply say is this: reality is you Negroes don't understand you chickens. I mean, you got Black Reset out here saying I'm the head chicken in charge. Necessarily, they ain't gonna roast me. They gonna roast me last, but bro, you still on that grill just like I'm on that grill. Just like Roger gonna be on that grill. Just like Creator and the City gonna be on that grill. You still gonna be on that grill. Necessarily, you may not hit the grease, but you still gonna hit the grill, my boy. And all I'm gonna say to this is, if you in America, you're a black man, you understand that they look at you like you're a chicken, bro. So we ain't got no rhyme or cost that to be with these people outside of just getting your money. Outside of that, bro, handle your business and live your life to the best of your ability. And I'm gonna let that be.
Okay. The real Uncle Ruckus is going right behind that. Not the fake Uncle Ruckus. The real Uncle Ruckus. Go ahead, my brother.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all niggas throwing chairs at me today, but it's okay. We're going to do some furniture moving in the background. But having said that, I don't want to hear you niggas complaining, man. If you complain about the police, you should be filling out an application to be the police so you can bring change. If you complaining about the judges and the lawyers and the state attorneys, you know what you should be doing? Taking your butt to law school. All the stuff that we complain about, we need to be taking action, real action, to bring about real change. If you ain't doing that, I don't want to hear it.
I can feel you on that.
I can feel that too. That's
I
real
can
shit.
feel you on
That's a
that.
challenge to the community. I think
still
that is
Uncle
a challenge
Ruckus,
to the
though,
community.
You still Uncle Ruckus, though, nigga.
Well, we got the other Uncle Ruckus in the building, and I'm gonna let him get his statement in. Go ahead.
Oh, well, as a Negro, you're not welcome anywhere. You know, even if you defend other Negroes, they call you tatter. That's okay. That's fine. You're not welcome amongst the white. You're not welcome amongst the black. You are all you got. Protect your neck at all costs and against everybody because everybody's out to get you.
All right. Bronx on you.
Brothers, y'all gonna go out there skiing, you gotta wear safety gear, all right? You gotta bring your safety goggles. You gotta make sure you wear proper padding. Don't just be out there skiing without the proper safety gear. I'm gonna land there.
All right.
Hey, can I say something real quick, Roger, please?
No, you can't say it because the tunnel run is going after that. No, go ahead,
brother.
My bad.
He said, "Go ahead, go ahead."
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, it's cool. I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say it behind the scenes.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, as I always say, brothers, as I always say, protect yourself at all times. Listen, you are the king. You are in charge. You have to take the role of the boss. You are the boss. So protect yourself at all times and stay strong.
All right. And I'm just gonna say, y'all, unfortunate as it is, but if you somehow is with your girlfriend and a knife come into the play, don't lose.
Judge!
I ain't saying that as a joke.
Oh,
I ain't
no,
saying that as a
real
joke
shit.
at all.
It's funny, but it ain't funny.
Bro,
You
she
understand?
brought a knife into it. Don't lose. Stop all that. She ain't gonna really do it. She ain't gonna really hurt me. She
And
love
what
me
are
or
you
whatever
doing with
case.
that?
Bro, once she bring the knife into it, bro, don't lose. It's better for you to explain why you had to kill her later if you go that far. But don't lose. Don't lose. Real talk. Okay? I ain't saying kill her 100% for sure. That come with a lot too. But don't lose. You know, I'm gonna leave it right there. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Long live habitual line steppers. I'm Roger. I'm right, and I'm out.
That's